It's our year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, y'all know what it is. Bat like cook crack.
Yes,
The
sir.
Commander Kings are on your screen. And we celebrating 2 victories tonight, man. We gonna turn up about being 60 minutes away from the NFC Championship game here in a little bit. But before we get to that, man, we got another victory to celebrate. Our guy Ed is home, man. Did a bid, a 7-day bid.
Demon home.
Hey, came home, stayed solid, ain't never talk, ain't never rap. And now he back home, and we gonna welcome him with a King's welcome, man. Welcome back to the streets.
Thank y'all.
And
we putting the chains on him. We putting the jewels on him tonight, man. Hey. Welcome back, my
welcome
boy.
back, man. Tried to send my boy away, put him in 8 headlocks. Let's go, man.
I had to do my bid. I had to hold it down, man. I saw y'all. Y'all had a great time doing y'all thing, man. We got the dub. Y'all brought the dub home.
Yeah. We couldn't let the season end with you out of the game, man. You couldn't be inside doing a bid and the season ended, man. That ain't how we get down, bro.
Right.
You got to be here.
I'm telling you, man. Thank you for holding it down, guys, man. I needed that. I needed that, man. So thank y'all for holding me down. Thank you for the hashtag free Ed. Thank you for the hashtag free
Yeah.
All y'all real for that. For real.
Free Ed free. You know what it is.
Back
in these streets.
Man. Welcome back.
Get it.
Welcome back.
So, fellas, we are talking about playing another game this weekend. Wait a minute.
Hey,
is this real?
Pinch yourself, because it is.
Bro, we are like, and I'm it's gonna be a little bit of some flagrant talk tonight. I'm not even gonna hold you, but I'm gonna try to keep it.
No, we're back.
I'm gonna try to keep it as copacetic as I can, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna be a little bit of senseless talk tonight. But I'm gonna just say this: if we go to Detroit and we beat the Lions, bro, we go into the Super Bowl.
Oh God,
that's team of destiny.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so before we get to anything else, bro, we got to talk about this game, bro, because it was so crazy. The ebbs and flows of this game was wild. The aggressive nature of DQ, which you got to run it back this week because you playing against a team who you trying to match their energy. You know, we are the first team in NFL history to win a playoff game when attempting 5 4th down attempts. Teams were 0-8 all time when attempting 5 or more 4th down conversions. We went 3 of 5 and became the first team to win in that situation, in that space. DQ was aggressive from the start, from the word go. He never took his foot off the gas pedal, despite us not having success at times with those 4th down calls. He never backed off, and it proved to be the difference in the game. So I want y'all to walk me through your emotions going through the game. Obviously, that kick almost sent all of us to the hospital.
Soul left my body, man.
But it ended up being, and even Mike Tirico was anticipating that the kick was going through, right? And the Washington Commanders are heading to.
No, he said they dink to the divisional round. Right. On God, the NFL saved the best calls of the season for us. We got 4 of them right now.
Bro, we got so let's see, and we can come back at some point in time and rank them. But so you got the he caught it, right? That's the Hail Mary. He caught it.
Lightning strikes twice
in Washington from Joe Davis. What was the Eagles one, right? What was the word he used? Preposterous.
Oh, preposterous. Yeah.
Preposterous. All right. So, and then we got and they doinked their way to the divisional round.
Yo, Mike Tirico, I know that's your man, Lou. Mike Tirico smoked that, bro.
Bro, Mike Tirico is the best in the business. I love Mike Tirico. He is absolutely the GOAT, man. So, all right, I'm gonna start with you, Rio. Walk us through your emotions watching the game, man, because it started off, a little rocky, and then that second quarter drive, I thought that's when everything changed, right? That 17-play, 92-yard marathon that capped
9 minutes.
Yeah, 9 minutes capping off with a De'Ami Brown touchdown. Talk to me about your emotions in that game.
Oh, man. So, longest stream in channel history. I went live for 8 hours that day.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the
club. Sir.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
We went till 3 a.m. You know, we went till 3 a.m. that day. I had my son with me. I convinced his mama to let him stay because this is important and this is history and I need his good juju so I'm not crashing out on stream. So we're in our twin white Jaden Daniels jerseys, you know. Baker Mayfield and the Bucks go right down the field to start the game. They're attacking Marshawn Lattimore to start. He needs his legs under. He needs to get his hamstring back. He good, man. They're going to target him early. It's all good. Mikey stopped a deep ball to Jalen McMillan. McMillan didn't have really much of an impact on this game. He impacted it for us later in the game. We could talk about that a little later. But we get the ball. We get right to it. 3rd and 6. Jaden Daniels up the left sideline to Terry McLaurin. Deep ball. Terry decided we catch him with our hands today. So to start the game off, we getting right to it. And then we get to 4th down, and this set the tone for the whole day. We did not get it on 4th down. Me being someone who's not familiar with being in these playoff streets, I'm sitting here like, nah, you got to take the points, family. You got to take the point. I'm not in the Dan Campbell mode yet because it's my first time here. I'm not used to being here. I want to take points with me because you can't take them home. So we don't get it. We get a stop on the
Scared money don't make money.
Yep, scared money don't make money, but I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. As aggressive as I talk on stream,
right?
When I'm in the when the game's on, we're in the playoffs for the first time in a minute. I'm like, bro, just take the point.
Hey, Rio, hey, you want to put 50 on black? Rio, let me put 10 on black. Let me get all the rest of them black.
You know, I'm just playing it safe. So I'm like, okay, they got 3, so we could go 3 for 3. If they went 7, we can't trade 7 for 3 on the road in the playoff. But we get the ball back the second time, and I'm like, oh, we're really in our bag. We're really in our bag. Jaden takes us down the field. De'Ami Brown, wide ass open. I swear we gotta be the best goal-to-go team from 10+ yards out. How many times have Jaden threw that touchdown standing at the 19-yard line?
Yeah.
He was standing on, what was it, 3rd and goal?
Yeah.
3rd and goal from the 10. Jaden is 9 steps behind the line of scrimmage, throwing a touchdown to wide open De'Ami Brown. Clifton is back. Oh, my God, we're here. This is not too big a stage for us. It looks like another day for Jaden, but you know, Washington, man, the game's just, it's like they follow the same script every week. Our defense is not playing great by any means, but our offense is also playing defense because we're keeping the Bucks off the field. They touched the ball, 7 times the whole game? We've done enough collaboratively through offense and defense that 2 minutes to go in a half, we're up 10-3. We've held these Bamas at home that averaged 29 a game to 3 points. As soon as that 2-minute warning hit, I looked at my son and said, they're going to score here. Because this is how our games go. It's like, it's a script. It's like, I
didn't know. I thought I equated it to Cincinnati, right? We had them 28-13 and it was a 3rd and 11 and they converted it to T. Higgins and that changed the game.
Changed everything.
And I said, I looked at the people at the watch party and I was like, if we get this stop, we scoring again. And so Rio, you had no confidence.
Yeah, we had no confidence. There was like a 3rd down. Was there a penalty that extended that drive, or am I tripping?
So it was a penalty on that play that Baker ran. It was offsides, but it was 3rd and 8.
Yep.
So even if he didn't get it, they were gonna have another opportunity.
Yep.
But they declined that because he ran Bobby Wagner over and then drug another 2 defenders and got 18 yards. And after that, I said, oh, they scoring a touchdown now. That's when I knew they were scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, man. I felt it in my bones, though. I said, you know what? It would be amazing to go into this half 10-3. I said, you know, it would even be better. You know what? I'll settle for 10-6. But then I said, I know how we get down. I know how my boys get busy. If there's anything I know, it's this damn football team.
Yeah.
They walk us down the field. Marshawn Lattimore is getting ran laps around him by Mike Evans. We're sitting cornerbacks 12 yards off the ball. You know, I'm like, okay, we're doing what we do. They get it 10-10. But I said, all right, son, relax, because we get the ball after halftime. We're going to get points after. Every time we get the ball after halftime, we get it going. You know, we go right down the field, and what do we get? We get 3, right? We get 3 on the first drive of the second half.
We get 3.
Like, first of
all,
it
was a beautiful drive too, man.
It was a beautiful
7, bro.
Every time, like, we are the kings of time of possession. What, 35 to 24?
25. 35 to 25.
35-25 on the game. We're in our bag. I'm comfortable, but I'm not. I'm comfortable, but I'm not. The real stress started kicking in when I really started realizing how soft I was and how tender I am to being in the playoffs. When we get down there, down 17-13, I look at my son and was like, okay, we have to score touchdowns on every drive, but at this point, we're not allowed to leave drives with 0 points. I'm feeling like if at any point we don't score again, we're cooked when we get down 17-13.
Yeah.
And we get down there on 4th and goal. First of all, we had 4 chances inside the 5-yard line.
Right.
Our running game, we're going to have a nice, long, healthy conversation about it. We're going to have a nice, long TED talk about our running game, because it does not exist. When your running game is quarterback, do what you can. That's not a running game, you know? But when they get down there, they get the 4th and goal. Should have been a pass interference, but we didn't execute on the 4th and goal. He was going to Zach Ertz for the touchdown. When we left points on the field, I'm uneasy. I am uneasy. I'm looking at my son like, we need a gift from the football gods. But I remained with, as long as Jaden has a chance in the 4th quarter, we can win the game, but I'm not comfortable. I had to take a lap around my apartment right quick. I got up, put my headphones down, to walk a lap around my apartment, come back to my seat, and my son's like, yo, chill. You're good. Relax, Papa, relax.
Yeah.
And the football gods called upon us. They called upon us because that pass interference wasn't called. The flukiest of fluke fumbles that I've ever seen. They run a jet sweep. They run a jet sweep to Jalen McMillan, and Casper the Friendly Ghost strips the ball from Baker Mayfield. And for the first time in my life, a Washington player was right there to recover.
Bobby swooped down like a damn eagle with talons on that bitch. Like, he grabbed it and then scooped that bitch. Like, it wasn't like a clean, like, oh, I'm gonna just turn my body now. Bobby said, nah, bro, man, this is mine, and grabbed that hoe and turned his body and clutched it. I was like, hell yeah, Bobby. Hell yeah.
He learned his lesson. Because remember, what was that against the Ravens? It was like right around his feet.
There.
He didn't get it. He was like that. If I'm ever in that situation again, I gotta capitalize.
Gotta have it.
Whenever I think about fumbles, you know what play I think about? When we were playing home versus the Giants and Logan Thomas up the left sideline, and they were like kicking and fumbling the ball for like 18 yards up the field. That summarizes my life of watching us recover fumbles, because we never do. So Bobby Wagner saves the day. Hero play, gets on the ball. We get a second chance to do what we didn't do last time. And what do? We don't even get a first down. We don't even get a first down. Next thing you know, if you left to get a beer, you come back, it's 4th and 2. It's 4th and 2. And not goal to go. It's 4th and 2. You know? And I'm like, we going for it again? I'm like, I feel them, but we going for it again. I was like, oh my God, they're going to kill Dan Quinn into oblivion if we lose this game and we don't get points here. So as far as I'm concerned, that's the game. This is the game right here. We're going for 4th down again. Was that the 4th or 5th time we went for 4th? Did we have another 4th down play after that? Was that the last one?
That was the last one.
That was the last one. So for the 5th time, you know, I think they put like emphasis on for the 5th time today.
Yeah, that was Mike Tirico.
For the 5th time, Washington is going for it. You know, after last drive, you wondered if they were going to be aggressive. We are pulling a full Dan Campbell NFC Championship special, but Jaden Daniels finds Terry McLaurin for the touchdown. We are back in business, 20-17. Knowing how we roll, I'm like, let's just hold them for 3 next drive. But what I was saying was I was trying to cut myself some. Hey, I said it was going to be 24-20, and we're going to go down and win 27-24. I'm speaking that out loud, but at minimum, I know 3 points is coming.
Right.
They have another weird ass play from Baker Mayfield's part. It looked like he got paused or malfunctioned on that 3rd and short in our territory, and we tackle him for loss. Who's made the tackle? Was it Jonathan Allen or Johnny Newton? Newton makes the tackle. They tie the game up 20-20.
You talking about on the snap?
The one where they like malfunctioning.
That was Jonathan Allen.
Jonathan Allen. Shout out to Jonathan Allen making a play. You know, it doesn't happen much around here anymore. But they tie the game up 20-20, and that's when I kind of kicked my feet up a little bit.
Yep.
I knew at minimum we're gonna get to their territory because we hadn't been stopped all day. We got the clutchest quarterback, and I looked at my son and was like, "Yeah, this is what 5 do. Mm-hmm. This is what 5 do." But at that point, you live and die off everything. And my main objective was, if you give them the ball back, we're screwed. If you give, for any reason, if Baker touches the ball again, I'm sitting there looking at the box, go, wow, he's only thrown it 18 times. Jesus, if they had the ball today, Jaden, like clockwork, takes us down the field. Big catch to your boy, De'Ami Brown, on the middle of the field. That play to the left side to Austin Eckler, that was beautiful. Yaya Diaby did like a full pirouette trying to defend him. Yeah. Austin Eckler gets into that territory. Thank God for Austin Eckler. Yeah. His 27 receiving yards and 26 rushing yards. It's not a lot, but every single yard mattered to our success. Just like Jaden's 36 rushing yard, he picked his spot so perfectly. And speaking of rushing yards, his running back keeper, where he stiff arms, oh boy, was it Kalijah Kancey in the backfield?
Yep.
Kalijah Kancey in the backfield, stiff arms him, dives for the first down. Oh my God, did we do it? Did we do it? And then out comes Zane Gonzalez with 17 hair swipes. 17 hair swipe. He done took the cleat off, put the cleat back on, played with his sock a little bit. 37 yards for the game. It could have been a 33-yard kick, but we took 4 yards on the damn kneel.
on the left hash, right?
Yeah, you know,
if we would have got 1 more yard back, he'd have missed that hole.
But I'm not mad at us for putting it on the left hash.
Got to with him because he got a draw.
Go directly to the right side of the field. He kicks the field goal. And me and my son heard the dink, and I feel like an exorcist happened. Like my soul left my body. I couldn't believe it. But then it went in, and Tarico started screaming. Oh my God, best feeling I've ever had here in quite some. It was better than the Hail Mary. It was euphoric, and I just wanted to scream to the rooftop until daylight came. I didn't want to stop talking about this team for the next few hours, and then we ended up streaming until 3 a.m. I'm glad I got to take that in with my son, and since then, I've been talking so crazy, and I plan to do so with you guys for the rest of this stream. I want to hear from the rest of y'all, man.
Rico, you go ahead and take it. Let me just say this before. So I feel bad now because I went in on him a little bit, but apparently a lot of people have told me this. I don't know if it's true. I haven't confirmed this or not, but so many people have told me this. That he has OCD.
He
really
does.
Bad.
There's
really
actually
bad.
been like studies, and there's been he's had articles and videos done about this. He has serious OCD tics.
Yes. So I feel bad now because I didn't know that in the moment.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. You still got a job to do.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with getting the job done. But it explains him taking his shoe off 15 times, taking his sock off, you swiping his hair 19 times. It all makes sense now. But go ahead, Rico. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. To Rio's point, you got a job to do, man. He had me nervous seeing that. But first of all, love Baker. Shouts out to him as a competitor, like them coming out of the draft. But I don't know. Am I the only one that's a little uneasy about how much hype that truck stick is getting? Because if that's a running back or a wide receiver, they blast him. I think they literally let up. It's a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to get any penalty. I don't know.
Chicken winged our boy.
Yeah, I just can't give him too much credit. I mean, it was a good play, and it ignited his team and everything. But some of the excitement and the hype I've heard behind that truck stick from like the national media, it's been giving me an uneasy feeling. But shouts out to him, though. You know, at the end of the day, the one quarterback made a big mistake to lose the game, the other one didn't. But yeah, man, I mean, that was an amazing game. Going to the fourth downs off rip. I mean, the first four that we went for, mathematically. You know, we missed 2. We got 2. That was 14 points. We would have kicked field goals on all of them. It would have only been 12 points. So, hey, man, you live by the gun, you die by the gun type of situation is how it's worked all year. I wouldn't want to switch it up. First of all, my whole feelings is I prefer to lose being too aggressive than being too passive. I feel like that's a bigger regret. So, hey, man, I mean, first of all, we all said we were coming in with house money. And, you know, I don't necessarily love our team to have that mentality. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, be aggressive, like go for it. And you know, you miss one time, try it again. We've been so good at it. We were the number 1 team efficiency wise at it this year. I believe even just total numbers of attempts and actually like successfully doing it as well. I mean, keep doing it, please. I was nervous, like Rio said, I was extra nervous after the fourth. Man, we missed that fourth when we went for it for a 5th time. But you kind of had to have it, man. Again, you live by the gun, die by the gun. You got to keep going for it. But, I mean, Rio described I was basically right with him, almost like a slightly lesser degree of the exact same roller coaster ride throughout the game, man. But, I mean, just off rip, Austin Eckler, thank you. To Rio's point, we needed every single one of those yards that he gave us. There was like a 3rd and 2 or something like that I believe he picked up. Shouts out to Jaden. I mean, I feel like the transition from him week 1 to now, looking up while scrambling. I think it was like a big time 3rd down where he was scrambling. He got like really close to almost like being across the line of scrimmage. And then he threw it for a big 1st down. That was huge, man. I mean, they played a completely different version of us. I think even they admitted it after the game. That was a completely different Commanders team. But shouts out to us because first of all, only road team to win a playoff game. That's right. Out of the entire weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Only like wild card team standing, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Only away team doing it. And then also we have a 6-game win streak now. That's the longest active streak in the entire NFL. So really, honestly, moving forward, why not us? That's the mentality of the whole thing, man. Any given Sunday, line it up. We're the hottest team in the NFL. Now, granted, it keeps coming with game-winning drives, but whenever you have that guy that we have, you know, with the ball in his hands at the end, you always have a chance. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. And I feel like Jaden Daniels and even Cliff Kingsbury to a degree deserve immense credit for how efficient they were with no run game at all, man. I mean, you got to give the defense credit. But at the same time, I feel like the offense did just as great of a job stopping the Buccaneers offense as our defense did. Because, again, to Rio's point, they only had the ball 7 times, man. We were going on 10-play, 12-play, 15-play long drives, eating up like 9 minutes, 7 minutes at a time. The Buccaneers could barely get into a rhythm. I mean, Mike Evans was killing us in the first half. But by the second half, I think he only had like 2 more catches. And I do feel like Marshawn Lattimore maybe is banged up a little or just a little rusty something. I refuse to believe that's just who he is. Right. But hey, the best defense is a great offense to keep that opposing offense off the field. So they just never get a rhythm, and then they started to make their own mistakes, and we capitalized off of their mistakes. I mean, such a beautiful game, man. But shouts out to Jaden. I mean, so many records that we can go off of. We have so many records we can talk about. But I just want to point out the fact that he's the first rookie in NFL history to lead his team in passing yards and rushing yards in a playoff win. But he also has a lot of NFL records that forget rookie. Let's just talk about NFL history. He has a bunch of records like that we can get into eventually. But again, to dominate time of possession, 36 minutes to 24 with no running game is absolutely unheard of. That makes 0 sense. That's absolutely incredible, man. Our running backs had 44 yards and were averaging 2.3 yards per carry. That was the Jaden Daniels game again. But Cliff Kingsbury deserves a lot of credit because even the 4th down, when we brought in Marcus Mariota to do it, I mean, that was nice. I like that touch as well. I feel like everybody did their part when we needed.
That's right. Great point. Great point.
Did their thing. Jamison Crowder.
17-yard punt return. What?
pretty consistent punt returning, good decision making with certain fair catches. But that one that you're talking about, Lou, was a big time, man. That was a big momentum shift. Gave our team energy, man. I don't even know where to start with this team. To see Terry involved early and often. Cliff Kingsbury got him on the right side a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing, because Jaden Daniels did force the ball to him a couple of times. You know what I'm saying?
Did.
But if you're gonna miss Mr. Terry, man, when in doubt, Mr. Terry, please. Have those games where he only has like 2-3 targets, man. I like the fact that we got him involved early and very often. Let him have a great game. But his counterpart, and I know Lou's definitely going to talk about it with Dyami Brown, man. How can you re-sign that boy? We already talked about it though. We've already been saying you should re-sign him even before this game because of his utility. He's your screen guy. He's your best yards after catch guy. Like I said, he's also one of our better blocking receivers. So if he could block for himself, I'm pretty sure our screen game would be even more deadly. So if you could clone him real quick, but even as a deep threat as well. But he stepped up big time. Now that he's starting to learn how to get open in the intermediate area, it's really how do you cover these guys, man? So shouts out to Dyami and Terry for contributing. Zach Ertz didn't have like crazy stats, but when we needed him most, I believe he had like 2 like crucial first down catches. I remember one vividly, man. It's just how aggressive we were. I love the mentality of the team. Even at the end too, where they had the microphone that Jaden Daniels was asking them like how Bobby Wagner, Jaden Daniels loves to give Bobby Wagner a hard time.
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner was just sitting there smiling like this the whole time, listening to Jaden Daniels compliment him and everything like that. So it's just a beautiful, the whole energy around the team, how they all fight for each other. They love each other. They're gonna clown on each other every now and then too. It's so authentic. It's not fake. And it's so beautiful. So I'm so happy. And I just hope, that was like as bad as it could probably be from Lattimore. If he could just be any better than that, hey man, watch out Detroit. And I also want to point out the fact that, and we're gonna get there, I know later. But Detroit, man, hey, y'all better blow us out because if y'all don't, and Jaden Daniels has the ball last, you don't want to know what that's like. A lot of other teams have already seen it. Y'all don't want to see that.
They think that's a regular rookie coming in that building this week. They're gonna find out.
They're gonna find out. F around and find out, right? Yep. Hey, Ed, what it look like from inside this cell, bro?
I saw Louie in the bar turning up like a DJ, man. Rio turning up, Rico turning up. Y'all had a great time, man. Y'all had a great time. But oh my gosh, it's been a long time coming, man. A 20-year drought for it to be like that, to come back to Tampa, win like that, to really take over their trap and walk in there, take over their trap. Yeah. MVP chance.
On the road?
What?
On the road?
Yeah. Talk about it, Ed.
I heard defense chance. I heard defense chance on third down. Like, we was really getting active in there. I saw the videos after the game, got people running around in the stadium and whatnot. Like, it was super lit. The energy, the vibes. Jaden got that cut on his face where he was bleeding down. Like, that's the legendary Nelly look.
Battle scars.
Band-aid on. People Photoshop the blood into the
and turn into a W.
Blood, like
that was hard. That was hard.
That was tough. When I seen that cover, that's like an album cover right there. That's a legendary.
You ain't never lied.
Like, a little explicit content at the bottom.
Right. Like, dude came and really hit him while he was on the sideline like that. But we executed well, man. And like I said, too, like everybody was like 38-31. I was like, this is going to be like a 23-17, 23-20. It's going to come down to a field goal. And Zane, yes, he did doink the field goal, but he made a huge 52-yard kick. Whenever that was a big kick earlier in the game. So many things. So Jaden was huge. Like, I think when dude on the Buccaneers tapped him on the helmet, gave him like a little tap, like a good boy tap or whatever, when we didn't get it on fourth down, like that was like poking the bear. Jaden was hit to that.
Shouts out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. Yeah, he poked the bear, and I think
they slowed that shit down. I was like,
yeah.
Did he really just? Hey man, you'll get him next time. What?
Right.
And Jaden was wrapping them boys up and smiling all the way through the fourth quarter too.
Yeah, you could tell Jaden. Like, I think Wiley pushed the guy to, or John Bates, one of them. But no, Dyami Brown, you guys touched on Dyami, like, and I think so. Somebody super chatted last stream and was like, "Who's going to be the under radar guy?" And I think somebody said Dyami Brown, and that man stepped up, man. That was documentary Dyami. Like, I haven't watched documentary
Dyami. Look
Legacy
at
game.
Yeah, that was documentary Dyami. Like, that was practice. training camp, preseason De'Ami Brown that we've been hearing about. Not just a deep go ball, but screen passes over the middle of the field, touchdown catch. Like, he was doing it. Like, what he had 5 catches for 89 yards and a tud. Like, that's playoff football. And the funny thing is like Curtis Samuel caught a touchdown earlier in the day, Jahan Dotson. So, like, somebody had to step up from our receiving core, and De'Ami showed out. He was like, I'm that guy. He could potentially be the number 2 for the rest of the playoffs. And next year, let's see what happens. We got to bring that guy back for sure. We talked about Jaden connecting with Terry. We didn't see any of the Saints mishaps or the Falcons mishaps or the Eagles mishaps games. Like, they were on the same page all day long. Zion McCollum couldn't check him. Jamil Dean couldn't check him. Like, none of those guys could check Terry. We kept going to him.
Yo, McCollum sucks. Yo, I nicknamed him Tampa Bay St. Juice.
As far as the run game, the crucial play, the 3rd and 1, where I think it was Yancey or Diaby grabbed Jaden's towel. Like, if you look at the clip on 3rd and 1, like, he really could have wrapped him up there 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but Jaden's so elusive and quick. He got that first down on 3rd and 1. That was a crucial play. Shout out to Baker Mayfield for the fumble. That was huge. But on the other side, when they were moving the ball, they were in field goal range. It was 2nd and 1, and they botched the snap. And then 3rd and 1, they botched the snap again. And Bucky Irvin had to run with the ball outside, holding it like that. And that was like a 3 or 4 yard loss, and they settled for a field goal. So there were some mishaps on their side that we definitely took advantage of. For sure, I think we were the better coach team. I think we took advantage of opportunities. We didn't turn the ball over unless it was on downs. Zach Ertz had a huge catch on 4th and 5. So, yes, some of the 3rd downs, some of the 4th downs, like you said, Rio, I was like, hey, man, let's just take the 3 points. Mm-hmm. That's why Dan Quinn is the guy who he is. This is why I'm sitting where I'm sitting. We're doing our thing. Let him coach. Let him do it. So I did disagree. The touchdown one I disagree with, too. I was like, bro, just take the points. We literally just missed on 4th down. Why are you going for it again? That's why he's getting paid the big bucks. And that was a huge catch by Terry. And yes, Jaden did miss John Bates. John Bates was open.
Wide open.
He should have been looking for him. I don't know why he didn't throw it. It is what it is. It worked out later on.
My only guess is that maybe he thought like the DN would like jump up and intercept it. That's the only thing. That's like the only like best case scenario Jaden Daniels when in doubt that I had in my head. Other than that, it makes no sense.
If you watch that play, he's looking at the second option first. So there was somebody running a corner, and then he was in the flats. And I just think he didn't want to throw it to John Bates initially. Like, if he would have just took Bates in the flats, the same play, that was the same play Baker scored on, right? When they threw the ball to Bucky Irvin, right? Same play. And he was, if you watch Jaden's eyes, he's looking at the corner route and it wasn't open. And then by the time he came off of it to John Bates, it was too late.
Yes, I don't know if it's a trust issue or what. I mean, he's gone to him a couple times. He had to fumble against Dallas a couple weeks ago when we lost. So I don't know if it's a trust issue there or what. But like I said, it eventually worked out anyway. Ball don't lie, because Levante David clearly held Zach Ertz on that 4th down. And now there's I got a notification, Levante Davis considering retirement. So we basically said that, man, it's a retirement after this game. But man, like, to go in there and win that game like that in that fashion, I know we'll probably get to Marshawn a little bit. Yeah, he's probably not 100%. There was times where Joey had to sit him down, and I couldn't blame him. Like, there were some snaps where he wasn't in there, and he just wasn't playing good football. I get it was the hamstring, so I'm not going to rag on him too hard. It's hard to sit out so many games and then just come back for the biggest game of the season against a tough wide receiver, clearly, in Mike Evans. So it's tough to just come back and sit out so many games and play that way. B-Rob, having Chris Rodriguez inactive is something they really, really need to look at. I don't think they need to do that against the Lions. It is what it is. If you have to have 4 backs active, it is what it is. Because and I know it's not B-Rob's fault. Like we said before in the preview last week, like, you're not going to run the ball in the Bucs. Like, you're not going to run for 100 yards, 80 yards, 90 yards. It's going to be an ugly 10-carry, 40-yard game. Give me more than 10 for 16, though. Like, we can get better than that. Austin Eckler came in. He was huge with the screen catch. He had a regular catch, too, for about 27 yards and an 8-yard run that was huge. And he had a 4th and 1 conversion, too. Cliff was in his bag with the Mariota run for a first down, the sneak. That was creative.
We was getting cute. We was getting cute.
And there was a little trick, not trick play, but like a little reverse kind of quick pass to OZ, too. So he was in his bag, man. He's getting these interviews. I know he's going to get more. We got Joe Witt Jr. getting the interview now, too. So that's just showing how much recognition we're getting. Magic Johnson after the game dapping up Terry. Adam Peters did his hug, spinning people around again. That's how you know we were hyped. Mitchell Rels, Josh Harris getting hyped. So just a great game, man. Great game, great momentum, great for the fan base, great for the team. Dayton Daniels records. You want to talk about records? 0 punts. Tress Way didn't touch the field at all. When he doesn't touch the field, that's how you know we're going to win. 0 turnovers. So, I mean, like G's in a company, Pat Mahomes, Peyton Manning, he's like the first one of the guys to do that. 0 punts, 0 turnovers. I think he has like the most games with 0 punts and 0 turnovers in his career. Already more than Pat Mahomes and Peyton Manning at this point. So, hell of a game. Heck of a game.
In his debut.
It was it was legendary, bro. Like, you come out, the defense, I was proud of them for getting a stop. Shout out to Mike Sainristil, man. Juice got cooked on that play. And Sainristil wasn't even supposed to be there, bro. He was supposed to run with the post. And he just said, man, Juice ass struggling. Let me stay over here and make sure he don't give up this damn touchdown. And I'm glad he did, because if he did, McMillan got him by 2 steps.
Oh, yeah, he got him.
That's an easy walk in. And so we hold him to 3, and I'm like, let's go, fellas. Good job. We get the ball, and we move it down the field. And I'm not gonna lie. The first possession when we got down there, I was cool with matching they field goal, right? I was like, yeah, take the points. All I needed DQ to do was identify what type of time we was on. If we on demon time, just let me know, and I'm ready to ride, right?
He let you know.
He let me know right there. We on demon time today, bro. I said, oh, bet. That's what we on? Well, we going for it the rest of the way, and I'm with it. So he went for it. We didn't get it. Everybody in the watch party was dejected. I'm like, we good. We good. I like that. I know where we stand now, right? So I was so proud of the defense, because that could have been a big moment. You don't get that, right? And it's 3-0. Bucks got all the momentum, and defense could have gave up, but they didn't, right? I think they had a big face penalty or something, a big yard penalty there, and they had to punt. And we got the ball back, and we were able to drive it down the field and get a field goal back, right? 52, and that's when I was like, hey, what we doing today, Zane? What we on? 52? You with it? He split it. I was like, okay. All right, okay. Because what did I tell y'all last week? The game, whether you want to hear this or not, the game is coming down to a Zane Gonzalez field goal. I told y'all that. I said, I know y'all ain't trying to hear this shit, but it's coming down to a Zane Gonzalez. So I needed to know what type of energy he was working with. That 52-yarder put me at ease. Like, okay, bet. So if I need you, I got you in the back pocket, and I know I can hit you at any time, and you're gonna come through. So it's 3-3. And, I just like the energy. Like, I see the defense. We already know this ain't going to hold for too much longer, right? So, hey, offense, I'm going to need y'all to put some points on the board, because eventually the dam going to break with this defense. So, defense got off the field again, gave it back to the offense again. And I'm like, yo, we got to have something here.
Yep.
And that's when we had that crazy 17 play, 92-yard, 9-minute marathon drive. Went for it on 4th down twice on that drive, if I'm not mistaken. The first of which was an Austin Eckler, or I think the second was the Austin Eckler 4th and 1. He barely got that shit. Like y'all said, every yard mattered in this game.
Yo, how about that play on 3rd down, Jaden rolling into his own end zone, scrambling to the right, throwing across his body to earth. That was some Mahomes looking shit, right?
That was the first play of that drive that kicked it off, right? Because without that, we punting from our own end zone. They about to have great field position. And that was what Rico was talking about right there. Like, that was the play where he kind of scrambled all the way up towards the line of scrimmage and threw across his body to a wide open Zach Ertz. That was huge. And from that point forward, we weren't going to be stopped on that drive. And I know a lot of people that, in my mind, I was like, man, like Rio said, that Diami touchdown, I'm like, bro, we 3rd and goal from the 10. Like, what the F, bro? Like, we about to have to settle for another damn field goal. If they catch a 6-yard pass, are we going for it here? Like,
we love an extended 3rd and goal, man.
I said, man, this is crazy. And like you said, this man dropped back like 8-9 yards.
He was at the 19 when
20. Yeah, like he was damn near the 20. I'm like, yo, this is wild. And Diami just chilling in the back of the end zone with not a buck in sight. Like, what? I'm like, all right. So, the place is going crazy. We turning up. And I'm like, yo, defense, can you get us a shutdown drive? You just did it the last time we had the field goal. You got us a shutdown drive, and now you responded with a touchdown. Can you do it again? And of course, I let myself get excited for 1 second because it was 3rd and 8. And if we got that stop, it was like 1:20 something left, and we had 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, time.
I'm like, yo, we getting another field goal for real, and we get the ball after half. And then Baker had that run, and I was like, oh shit, they about to score a touchdown. They scoring a touchdown now. It was no doubt in my mind they scored a touchdown.
You already knew.
No, you already had. I told everybody, I said, hey, y'all know they scoring a touchdown, right? I went around, asked everybody, hey, what they gonna do? They gonna get a stop, field goal, turnover. I'm like, bro, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, y'all know us. We know us, man. Yeah. This is what we do.
Touchdown, bro. So it's 10-10 at the half, and I'm feeling good. We get the ball out the half. We get that. That was a beautiful drive. And like y'all said, Cliff was in his bag, bro. Like, he had this scheme 4-yard runs. We can't just line up and run and get 4 yards. We got to give you some kind of fake. It's got to be like a turnaround counter motion, you know, and where you get everybody going one way and you cut it back and now, oh, it's 4 yards, right? So we had this great drive. And we hit the screen to Diami, and Diami was breaking tackles, and Diami's, weaving in and out. And I'm like, yo, Diami dragging dudes down to the 3. I'm like, oh, bet. You about to score a touchdown.
Oh, did you see Wiley too on that one play?
Wiley was getting busy in this game.
He was getting busy.
Did you see him on the 3rd down at the end, that last play? Where Cansey tried to get him, Wiley was getting busy in this game, bro. Like,
he was moving him.
But on the Diami play where he, I think he ran Buddy over, still mid play too. Wiley like went and turned around and laughed and pointed at him and then continued to finish the play.
I love it.
Was that Wiley or Cosby? I can't remember one of them, and that was beautiful.
Hey, I love it. It was Wiley. Wiley was wilding, and I loved it. Right. So we get to the 3, and I'm like, yo, we finna score a touchdown. Remember the days of getting to the 2 or the 3 and giving it to B-Rob, and it's like an untouched touchdown? Remember those days?
I don't remember those days. I don't. You might have to remind me. I don't know what that looks like anymore.
Hey, somebody did an edit that I saw it was dope. And we was playing Cincinnati, and he walked in the end zone. We was playing Arizona the next week, and he just walked casually into the end zone. I'm like, damn, I remember back in the days when I was young. I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Like, damn, remember when? Like, so I'm like, yo, we finna get in though. Like, Jaden gonna keep one of these, or something gonna happen. And of course, we don't get in, and we have to settle for the field goal. I'm like, man, that's some bullshit. We need a touchdown right there. And of course, now the defense want to start tripping, and that's when I knew. I was like, uh-oh. Bucky started getting chunks. I'm talking about. It's like they figured out, I don't know what they was tripping off of, because if I'm playing us, I'm attacking the edges right off the rip, right? Like, I'm not trying to in between the tackle shit. I'm going right at the edges, cracks, all of that stuff, because we don't play none of that well. And they got outside, and I was like, oh, hell, here we go. Bucky was getting 12 and 18 and 6 and 7. And then they get to a 3rd down, and Mike Evans was, every 3rd down, it felt like Evans was eating us. And I'm like, they about to score a touchdown. I was like, all right, defense, can you do what they did to us? Can you stop them? Nah. 17-13. So then we get the ball, and we move it down the field, and we go for it on 4th down, and we don't get it. And I asked everybody before the decision came what we was going to do, and everybody was like, kick the field goal, kick the field goal, kick the field goal. And I thought about all of y'all. I said, every person that wanted to kick the field goal against Philadelphia, wants to kick the field goal right now. And I thought about Rio, and I thought about Ed, and I said, they scared ass right now screaming they want to kick the field goal. I know they are. I was thinking about y'all in that moment, I swear. I was thinking about y'all, and I went to my computer because I was toggling back and forth at the party between in the crowd and at the computer, and they killing DQ. I don't give a damn. Get rid of DQ. I'm sick of this shit. They was they was crashing out in the stream, right? I was like, y'all are wilding, right? So of course we didn't get it, and they was ready to jump off the ledge, right? And I was screaming on that 4th down, that's pass interference. And somebody in the watch party was like, that ain't pass interference. It's a good play. I'm like, nah, That was pass interference. So they came back from break, and Terry McCauley was like, guys, I got a foul here. Like,
you know, yeah, it's definitely an infraction. I can't lie to you.
Yeah. He said, guys, I got a foul here. I mean, he impedes his progress. He doesn't give him an opportunity to attack the football. There's no way that this isn't a foul. This should have been pass interference.
That was good.
So I'm like, see, I told y'all that was a foul, bro. That was pass interference. I said, I turned to the crowd and I said, the football gods always right or wrong, right? 3 plays later, Baker Mayfield fumbles. I said, what I tell y'all? What I tell y'all?
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. And we get it back. And I'm like, we got to have 7 this time. And like Rio said, we didn't even get a first down. It's 4th and 2. I'm like, yo, are we really about to go out like this? And Jaden starts on the right side of the formation, and he doesn't like what he sees, and he comes backside. And it reminded me so much of the Terry touchdown. I think it was the same exact concept against Arizona. Remember, Terry caught that one back of the end zone where he caught the shit on the top of his shoulder right here, right?
Clavicle.
Yeah, hell yeah. He used this entire clavicle bone, right, to catch that thing. And Jaden did the same thing. He looked right, came back left, saw Terry, threw it in there. And I was like, wow, we finna win this bitch now. Like, because no matter what they do, they got to come back to us. The ball got to come back to 5. So I asked the crowd, like, what y'all think about to happen? We gonna get a stop. You know, they was optimistic. I was like, y'all know better than that shit, man. It's either a touchdown or a field goal. You got to pick one, right? And so they systematically driving that thing down the field, and I'm like, yeah, here we go. And they get down there on that 3rd and 1, and Barton snaps it a little prematurely, and everybody, you know, is able to break through the line and get the stop, and they settle for the field goal. And that was the best thing that could happen, because in my mind, even if they would have scored a touchdown, who didn't think Jaden was going to take us? Like, we could have scored a touchdown if we wanted to. Here was the problem. I went the crowd and I said, you know, asked everybody what they was feeling at that moment. And one dude, my guy, shout out to my guy, Mamba Fats. He said, bro, I need a 4-minute drive. And I looked at him, I said, I don't need to see the defense the rest of the night. This shit is over with us.
Can't give it back. Can't give it back.
Nope.
And if they would have scored a touchdown and made it 24-20, we would have had to score a touchdown. And so you can't dictate when you score that touchdown. You got to get it when you can get it. So we might have scored that touchdown with 1 minute and 2 seconds left, right? And Bowles was tripping because he was saving them timeouts because he was trying to get it back for his offense. And he let it, like after the Austin Eckler play, he let that bitch run all the way. It was 2:30 when that play ended. He let that bitch run all the way down to 2 minutes. He was tripping. But in his mind, he's like, if we get this stop on the next set of downs, we're going to get it back with a timeout left, and we're going to try to win this game. So the beauty of us not letting them score that touchdown was great because it allowed us to dictate. It was almost like an NBA game where, hey, if we tied and the shot clock off, guess what? Either I'm winning this joint in regulation or we going to overtime. And by us having that opportunity, we were able to bleed the clock, get it down, and then end the game. And if they would have scored a touchdown, we would have had to score a touchdown. And I think we would have scored a touchdown and they would have had time and we probably would have got blessed. So, you know what's funny is you just look at our defense and what we top 5 in pass defense, right?
Yeah. Somehow, yes.
Well, this is it. This is how, right? Baker Mayfield was 15-18 for 180 whatever yards. He just ain't had a ball enough, right?
You keep away. Keep away.
That's gonna be the model for this game. So we get Zane on the field, and I'm glad I wasn't at home because I didn't see the sock shoe routine shit. I didn't see that until after I watched the telecast back. Right? I'm such a geek. I'm such a nerd. Right? I went home because I haven't been where I haven't watched the telecast.
You said in like a decade, right?
Over a decade, bro.
Ooh,
so I always watch the game at home or somewhere where there's a TV where I can hear the actual broadcast. So I love Mike Tirico. So I was like, I need to hear Mike Tirico in the call. So I went back and watched the whole thing. I was too amped to go to sleep. So I'm watching this shit and I'm like, this dude just take his sock off, his shoe off, put the sock back on, put the shoe back on, start to lace the bitch up, unlace it, take his shoe back off, take his sock back off, put the sock back on, put the shoe back on, tie it up, get up, take his helmet off, do his hair, do the little comb over, put the helmet back on, take it back off, do the comb over, pump fake this, comb over 3 times.
Hey, he hit it 17 total times, bro.
I said, if I was watching this thing in a sterile environment where I could see it and understand, I would have been a nervous wreck watching him do all that shit. I would have lost it, bro. I'm so glad I wasn't watching that, somewhere where I could take in what this man was doing. I would have been, oh shit, he about to miss. He about to miss. So I'm bending down, right? I'm bending down. And I'm waiting for him to make this kick. And I'm ready to jump up. And then that shit hits the goalpost and I fall to my knees. I go from ready to jump up to down on my knees. And then I'm waiting for I could see it look like it went in, but I wasn't sure. I'm waiting for the officials. And they took forever. He looked at him and he did like this. And then I heard Tarico say, they joinked their way to the divisional round. I told him, yeah. And we just lost it, bro.
The Washington and me was still making sure the ball went over the goalpost. I had to make sure, I had to confirm it, man.
Yo, it was insanity. We lost it. We was turning up. I was like, is this real? And I'm like, saying to myself, and earlier in the day, we had watched the Eagles and they were not impressive at all.
At all.
And I'm saying to myself, yo, if we beat Detroit, we could go all the way to the Super Bowl. Like, we know we can beat Philadelphia. We know we can.
Yep.
And I feel like the winner of this game going to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
That's what I feel.
I agree.
If Jordan Love wasn't throwing it to the Commanders Kings on Sunday, they would have won.
Yeah,
right?
Facts. I mean,
they and Rico.
What was wild?
They fumbled on a kickoff return.
Right. Boy, he got.
And then they recovered the fumble and they didn't give it to him.
Yeah, yo,
that was crazy.
He got molly.
That was one of the craziest things I've ever. He clearly recovered it, and they hassled him for it after the play was over. Like, what?
Bro, check this out. They did the same shit they did to us against Pittsburgh, where they literally went to the monitor, saw the shit, and was like, F that. We just gonna keep it the way it is. I had a conversation with my homeboy, and he said this is his conspiracy theory. They didn't want to open a can of worms, right? Because if you overturn that, what's stopping people from in the future saying, hey, I recovered the ball first? Because a lot of shit go down in them piles, right? Ball be changing hands, multiple times sometimes down at the bottom of them piles. So he was like, they don't want to set precedents here because he definitely recovered that shit. We can see it. And bro, that was the quickest review. Like, they went over there and he put the headset on. He was like, we're not overturning that shit. He was like, but we're not overturning that shit. Just go out there and say the play calls it stand and get out there, right? That's the shit they did. Like, who watched our play against Pittsburgh? They put the ball at the 42. Zach Ertz was touched down at the 41. There's no way that you don't at least respot the ball and measure. They just said, F it. We're not changing this. Just go out there and let the call stay as called on the field.
Live in it.
They were just trying to get back home to their families, man.
That shit was wild, bro. So we all talked about our experiences watching the game. Now I want to talk about aspects of this game. Rio, you wanted to talk about the run game or lack thereof with the running backs. So start there, man. Talk about that and your feelings on that, and then we'll kind of go around if anybody has anything to add to it.
I tell you what, we're playing against the best run defense in the league this weekend against the Detroit Lions. We cannot, it's been about a month now where we're getting nothing from our starting running back. Like, it's the running back group as a whole, but if you can't depend on your running back one, then you don't have a running back one. We can't have under 2 yards of carry. I understand the push up front has not been stellar. It hasn't been stellar, but when you have a starting running back that needs the Red Sea to part just to get anything going, then you do not have a starting running back, man. We all love Brian Robinson. He's Brian Rob. He's not B-Rob anymore. I don't know where B-Rob went. B-Rob stopped playing football after the Titans game. I don't know what he went through during the bye week, but he came back Brian. And Brian is struggling, guys. Like, even on those plays, he did pick up some positive yardage through the passing game. He had 27 receiving yards.
Mhm.
We needed all of those as well. But like, when you see him throwing the ball and he's out isolated one-on-one, he's not making stuff out of it. We in our group chat earlier, we had a still of one of his runs where he only picked up 2 yards. It was pretty much pick your poison. You got to get 5 to 7 yards on the play, and he only manages to get 2 yards. Brian Robinson runs to contact. He doesn't run to get yards, and it's becoming a problem. Remember the days, like Lou was reminiscing about earlier, man? Remember the days where it was a cheat code on the goal line? We get to the goal line, put our battering ramp in, get us in the end zone, man. There was a time where I was like, Brian Robinson's our David Montgomery. And I'm like, now, like, that was disrespectful as hell for me to ever put David Montgomery in that sentence. B-Rob, we need you this weekend. There is no reason for Chris Rodriguez Jr. to be inactive when we're getting 1.9 yards a carry and when our number 1 and number 2 backs are combining for the same amount of rushing yards as our quarterback. That's not going to get it done. It's ineffective. We're a one-dimensional team. We managed to not turn it over and not punt the ball with no running game. That is more credit and more allure added to Jaden Daniels. This kid is overcoming insurmountable odds, and he's doing things we see veteran quarterbacks don't do. Justin Herbert has 0 playoff wins to this point of his career, and he's had more around him and better environments than Jaden Daniels, man. We got to get something in the run game because 37 yards between our 2 starting running or our co-running backs versus Detroit, it might be a long day, or it might just be a put the cape on 5 day and just let them go.
No, I mean, I actually saw a stat. It said Washington is second in the league. It's 74% in run block win rate. It hasn't looked like it the last couple of weeks, but
that got to be from earlier.
Yeah, it must be from earlier. Now, and we talked about this last week too. Like B-Rob is just burnt out. The tread on the tires is basically gone. He's not the same guy that he was against the Cardinals, the Giants, some of the game, the Titans, even the Titans game where he ran for the touchdown. We just haven't seen that. The Saints game, he hasn't looked the same. Chris Rodriguez has looked more explosive. Clearly, the Titans game had a good game. The Falcons game, the way he juked and broke 3 tackles just to get into the end zone, and the screen catch he had and he hurdled somebody. It's like, why is this guy not playing? Like, so I get it. He's the odd man out after Eckler comes back, McNichols, but they've been yanking him around. They've released him. They put him on the practice squad 3 or 4 times. They had to cut him. Then B-Rob got injured. You had to sign him the next week. So, I mean, like, the guy he's paid his dues. He's the one Rivera draft pick, or one of the few Rivera draft picks, that is actually worth something. So, I mean, the guy needs to play. He's more explosive. He has more. He's running with more power and breaking tackles. So there's no reason for him to be inactive. When I saw he was inactive, I was like, they're making a mistake. Now I know, I get it. The Buccaneers, their run defense is tough. Vita Vea, like they're a top 5 run defense. Same with the Lions. The Lions they're not a team that we're gonna run and get 100 yards on the ground unless it's really Jaden. But like the explosive run that we got from Eckler, the 8-yard run, the 4th and 1, like we need that. We need that. At least give me 50 yards. We can't have 10 carries for 16 yards. That's unacceptable.
Crazy.
And he's looking like he's got cement feet. He's just not the same guy right now. He's not the same guy right now. Clearly, we're gonna either draft a running back or sign another running back. Either McNichols needs more carries, but we got to switch it up. We got to do some more outside runs too. But we can't just expect Jaden to go out there and have 80 yards on the ground, 100 yards on the ground. That's not fair to a young quarterback. He's got to get some help from the run game. And the run game really should be easier when you have a quarterback that's so dynamic, because you have to account for Jaden as a runner. So it really should be easier, but it's been a struggle. And like I love B-Rob. He's done so much. I mean, he got shot and still played. Like he's a warrior. I can say a million good things about it, but we got to keep it real. 2 fumbles against the Eagles. And then he said we were going to beat the Eagles. He didn't show up that game. We still overcame his 2 fumbles. He was supposed to be on the radio this morning. He didn't do the radio. I think that's a step in the right direction.
That's what's up.
Yeah, step in the right direction right there. I think they might have said something in his ear like, hey, man, like you're just not playing good ball right now. you just stay away from the radio at this point. So they may have had that bug in his ear, because even the beginning of the season, like I know you brought up Rio, he was on K Adams, like he was getting all the media stuff and all that, and all that's gone right now. So either he needs to lock in, or the line. But you can blame the line, but some of it is on him too. So he's got to own up to it too. But Chris Rodriguez should not be in a t-shirt and shorts or t-shirt and sweatpants and on Ford Field on Saturday night. He needs to be on the field. So I don't know who needs to be inactive, because I was looking at the roster too. Like everybody is needed. Like even KJ Osborne had to be inactive because everybody's needed. Like you look at the receiver room, everybody's needed. You can't have Crowder inactive. OZ has to play. You look at the tight end spot. We need all 3 tight ends out there. Ben Sinnott left the game too, though. And all the safeties, they're like Percy Butler has to be on special teams. So it's like, who's going to be inactive? That's just a problem that Adam Peters and Dan Quinn are definitely going to figure out. But whatever happens, Chris Rodriguez, he needs to be on the field.
Rico, you got anything to add to that, or something from the game that you want to talk about in particular?
Well, first of all, I feel like y'all worded it perfectly. I mean, I just feel like even the B-Rob situation, going back to the Titans game, I mean, who would have thought at this point, like you told me back then we're in the playoffs, but B-Rob just fell off a cliff from that Titans game where, I mean, I thought the trajectory was going upwards because he had that run where like he actually outran people. And that was like the first time I think we've ever seen that from him. So I was thinking, if anything, B-Rob is getting better as the season goes on. So it's amazing how different things look at this point in just a matter of like a month and a half, 2 months. So, but yeah, man, we got to figure something out there. The run game got to get going. I agree that like the offensive line maybe deserves some blame, but a lot of it is B-Rob. I think a lot of it is, the more I've been watching it, situations like Rio said, where, I mean, it's open space, man. Some of those play designs, I don't know what Cliff Kingsbury was doing to the offensive line, but it looked like it would be like 3-4 gaps open. It'd be like a delayed handoff, and it's just so much space. And then somehow he's getting stopped for only like 2-3 yards. And that was really, really frustrating. And I mean, my main takeaway is we just can't keep putting all of this on Jaden Daniels' shoulders, man. He keeps doing it over and over again, man, but it'd be nice if they could do it for him instead of him doing it for them. And this run game has to get going. It's not even like Cliff Kingsbury being reluctant to run. We keep trying it. It just doesn't work. And it's just, we got to figure out why we're better at 3rd and 10, 3rd and goal than we are 3rd and 1 at 3rd and goal, like on the 1 yard line. We got to figure that one out because that makes 0 sense.
I'm a B-Rob stan. I really think the offensive line is not doing a good job. And I agree, there are times where I'm like, yo, you gotta get more than that out of that play, right? Like when it's actually blocked well, you can't get 2. And there are times where I feel like, bro, there's no way you should have only gotten 2 yards on that play. That should have been a 5, 6, 7, 8 yard gain. And so I just think this offensive line is getting blown up. I mean, this line is not doing a great job of run blocking at all. And I've been said that I want to add a running back to the room. And I'm not opposed to, Chris Rodriguez getting an opportunity, especially with the injury to Jordan McGee, right? Somebody's got to fill that spot now. But shout out to Ed, though. I got to bring this up. Shout out to Ed. Ed said that they like Chris Moore better than KJ Osborne, right? I was watching the game, and I'm like, who is this 19 standing behind DQ? Look, man, I eat, sleep, breathe this shit. I've never seen a 19 before this season. I have no idea who this guy is. Why is he suited and booted and ready to go? So I'm confused because I'm clear. This dude is clearly a wide receiver. I look at the snaps. Chris Moore played 12 snaps in this game.
That boy got here Friday. That boy got here Friday.
Chris Moore played more snaps in this game.
I was waiting for this one.
I said, wait a minute. Like, wait a minute. He played
That
more.
is crazy.
Bro.
KJ Osborne, ass, boy.
I gotta be.
Hot dog water, man.
Gotta be.
I asked Lake Lewis today. Did they talk about KJ Osborne? He started busting out laughing. What does he do? What does he do?
Like, wait a minute.
So that's Tremaine and Chris Moore now.
That's wild.
Wow.
I mean, damn. Anyway, I digress. Anything else from the game y'all want to bring up before we get to some of these super chats and then talk about Detroit?
Oh, yes, I know. I wanted to bring up something. Lord, my soul left my body again on that play where they hit Jaden Lowe. That play where they hit Jaden Lowe, that is another case of we are touched by football angels in the year of 2025. We done seen this boy's body bend like rubber. We done seen his knee go. That knee could have been, his little ass legs could have snapped on that damn low hit. And did that get flagged? They got flagged, right?
Yeah, they got flagged. And DQ took the penalty and made it the extra point closer.
Thank God he's elastic. His little bony ass is elastic. He's a rubber band because
he's Gumby. He's Gumby. I'm not worried about that shit no more. He's Gumby.
My heart dropped again. It dropped.
Yeah. Once he got up, I didn't see it live. I saw the replay.
And they kept showing it. Yeah, they kept showing the replay.
I showed the replay. I'm like, well, can you show me him so I know he's good?
Yeah.
He good. He been up. He on the sideline. He chilling. I'm like, okay, well then I'm good. Like, just give me the 15 and we'll move on. But yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, they trying to take him out. They trying to take him out because they know they can't stop him. So, all right. Anybody got to add? Anybody want to talk about anything else about this game before we move on? Anything y'all want to add specifically about this game?
I'm good. That feels good.
Y'all covered everything.
All right. So now we're going to get to the comment section and then we're going to talk about Detroit. I mean, we probably end up talking about them here in the comment section. So let's start the night off with Swaggy P. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Swaggy P writes, play First Day Out by T Grizzly for Ed. Yeah.
Hit the Rolling Stone with the Rolling Young. Jack Portfolio.
Hey, my man, home, man. Put that chain on him, man. Put that chain on him, my man, home. He back.
Let's get it, man.
Act like cook crack.
Keep him on, man.
Door Gunner, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, stands were lit. Told Bucks fans at the start of the last drive that they were about to be blessed by 5. Said they weren't getting the ball back. LOL. Y'all was deep, bro. I saw it. I mean, the fact that even Ed said this earlier, the fact that they was chanting MVP on the road is crazy work. Crazy. All right. I saw them panning the field after we won, and it was so many Commanders fans in the stands. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: that shit ain't going down this weekend, though. That shit is not going down this weekend.
Oh, it's gonna be blue. It's gonna be blue as hell in that joint.
Honolulu Blue is gonna run the joint this week.
Y'all seen them ticket prices? Ain't no way.
They charging 2 mortgages to get in that joint.
That
the nosebleed seats.
And I'm about to say, in them joints is you need binoculars to watch the goddamn game.
I don't know how true it is, but I saw a report that said this is the most expensive non-Super Bowl game ever. What?
Yep.
Yeah. TV ratings gonna go crazy. TV ratings gonna go crazy on Fox.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't because of Jared Goff.
It damn sure ain't because of Jared Goff.
I'm just gonna tell you like that.
If people truly believed it would be a blowout, they wouldn't be paying that much money to watch it. I think they're coming there expecting to see 4 quarters of good football.
I just like the fact that they discounting us and we don't have a shot. I love it. Yeah. Metaphor. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes 1 down, 3 to go. We staying in the offs. 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 Yeah. Juan Gotti talking so. Shout out to my guy Juan Gotti. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, sup, Kings? Ed, steady trying to find a motive while we do what we did for freedom. Ain't get no closer, man. Steady trying to find a motive.
Steady trying to find a motive. Why do what I do? Freedom ain't getting no closer. How far I go. Stolen.
Man.
On locked up, they won't let me out.
Oh my God, that was the one of the greatest songs ever, man. I love that song.
Hey, welcome back, Ed.
Thank you, Juan.
Plus,
Thank you. Shout out to Juan.
Ben called us basketball guys. Yeah,
All
okay.
right.
Say less. Are we gonna get to? And we got a hit list. I think somebody might have super chatted it, so I'm gonna wait for that. But hey, it's a hit list we got this week, man. It's a grocery list. It's a. I didn't realize they've been flagrant this year, or just over time. The Detroit Lions have been really flagrant towards us. They gotta pay. They gotta pay. Rico Garcia, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, do you think we should give Eckler more carries and snaps? What y'all think about that?
It sounds good in theory, and I would like that, but you don't want to give Eckler too much. We brought him here to be, a variety back where he doesn't have to get oversaturated with touches, but he may need to start.
Yeah, I think he should get more, but even he said it himself. Remember, he left the Chargers because they had a game plan moving forward to give him like running back one carries. He carried a load. And he was like, "Nah, I'm good." He's probably telling the Commanders, "Yeah, just give me my few here and there, receiving game, running game, and let me just do what I do." But I do not. I don't think he wants to be the number one back.
But the answer for me is very simple. No. Why are you messing with these good people? Get your ass in the car. Tony, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you.
But what I will say real quick, so looking at the
ahead.
snap count, because I know they tweet out the snap count all the time. So B-Rob had 37 snaps, Eckler had 34. I think that's about right. McNichols had 10. So just looking at the running back standpoint, I think C-Rod definitely needs to get at least 5 or 6. But Eckler with 34 snaps, that's 47. That's 47% of the snaps in total, which is pretty solid for him. Like you look at Diami had 45, Terry had 57. So I think 34 is about right. I think that was a good mix for Eck, especially one of his first games coming back.
Yeah, I don't think you need to use him any more than you already are using him. And I like my Eck fresh, right? When he comes in, he can have his impact, get out, and keep him, keep him ready to rock. And when he gets an opportunity to be explosive, he can be dynamic like he did on that catch on that final drive. Tony, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Tony, writes, we will have to score touchdowns in the red zone against Detroit. Facts, big facts. And that defense can be scored on. I got 5 on it.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, man.
Anybody want to add to that? I mean, I think that's spot on, Tony.
We might it might be another week where we're not able to settle for 3 or settle for punts because these boys can score points in a hurry. Next thing you know, they got 28 in the first half. If you're not keeping up in the race, it could get ugly real fast. I think we're gonna put some points up this weekend.
Oh, yeah, they've given up. They gave up 48 to the Bills. They gave up 34 to San Fran, and they gave up 31 to Green Bay. That was within like the last 5 weeks. So you can move the ball on the Lions. You can really move the ball.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah.
Anthony P, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Anthony writes, I don't want this season to end. None of us do.
We don't.
You all do a great job. We appreciate you, Anthony. Thank you, guys. Let's get it Saturday night. And a big shout out to the over 1,170 of y'all in the chat right now, holding us down, man. We really, truly do appreciate y'all. Do us a favor if you haven't already done so. Hit that like button. Don't cost you a thing, but it helps this channel grow exponentially. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And if you haven't already done so, what are you waiting on? Subscribe for more great content from the Kangs. Really appreciate you, Anthony P. Don't none of us want this season to end, man. This shit is like a magic carpet ride right now, man. And I just want to, I'm like Aladdin. I just want my hair to just blow in the wind, man. I'm just trying to enjoy this shit.
It's a whole new world, Lou. It's a whole new world.
The Washington Chef. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, y'all need to see the London Fletcher call for the wild card game with Bram Weinstein. I think we all seen it already.
Several times.
Yeah, like that's one of the joints you get, even though Bram be screaming at the top of his damn lungs, the Commanders, they do it again. The Commanders.
The cardiac commanders turn to the clutch commander.
He be going crazy, bro. And then London said, they kicked the door down and they kicked their way into the divisional round.
But London Fletcher be beating them up in there too. He be hitting them all around, all excited.
Business, bro.
He be punishing him.
Oh, he giving his
Graham be so after the game like he played.
Yo, Mike Tirico was like, if that was me, you would have knocked me out of the booth. TJ too nasty for you. That's a nasty name right there, TJ.
That is a
hey, pause. I'm keeping up the tradition, keeping the Christmas tree up until the season over. Hashtag why not us. They made it mandatory that Rio keep his shit up.
Yeah. With that thing is here. They be like, Rio, nah. You gotta show it. We need proof of life.
Yeah.
You gotta show it. It's crazy.
I need to see that, bro. Hey. I need proof. I need identification, bro. Sean Moore, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the generous dono. Sean Moore, man. Really appreciate you as always. Says, what it do, bros? I'm mad Rio used nephew for the win. As soon as the clock hit zeros, bro told him, boy, you ain't been to school in 2 weeks. You got to get out of here. Laughing my ass off. Hey, Rio ain't shit for that, man. Put the man.
It was hilarious because the perfect timing. His mom pulled up as the field goal was going through. I was literally like, boy, you just had a snow day week out of school. You ain't been to school. You ain't been to school since before Christmas. I love you, son. Get out of here. Go home and go to sleep.
This Rio done put this man in $1 million dream, tried to put this man to sleep. And now Rio kicking the man out after he helped get the dub, kept him from crashing out the entire game. As soon as that thing hit zeros and we got the dub, hey, you got to go, bro. You got to go. That's wild. But that's what's up. He's killing it in school, bro. Lou Party was fire, bro. Mad love, Slim. And we appreciate y'all for the support. Like I was telling Rio before the stream, I was like, hey, people was at my party with Rio's stream pulled up. I was like, I love it, man. He said, yo, you know I got to hold Rio down. I'm like, I love it, man. Pull that joint up, man. Let me see what Rio talking about. Hey, yo, it was wild, man. It's all love, man. We really appreciate y'all.
They was like, yo, go definitely check out Lou joint. This boy in here drunk as hell. I turned on Lou's stream. You could just see the alcohol in his pores.
And that's the thing. I wasn't even lit like that. I had a couple of drinks, but I didn't really eat that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I know.
that's why that shit went straight into my bloodstream. Like, bro, hey, we could get it in. If you want to have another drink, you can have another drink, but shit could get ugly. I was like, nah, we good. I started drinking that water, man. The Washington Chef, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Writes, the cardiac commanders are the clutch commanders. Courtesy of Bram Weinstein, right? The cardiac commanders are the clutch commanders. Yeah.
I'm getting assaulted.
Exactly. Twin D, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Twin D, writes, as a New Yorker, I'm often asked how I became a Skins fan. It was thanks to my favorite aunt who lived in North Carolina and had me sit and watch the Skins. My regret now is that she passed last Thursday and won't get the chance to see this, man. Our condolences to you and your family, Twin D, man.
You and your family.
Oh, man. But you know what? Auntie's gonna bless us from above, and she gonna help guide this thing where it's supposed to go, man. She gonna definitely be smiling down on the squad, and you know what? She in your heart too, bro. And so hold it down for your auntie, and hopefully the team hold it down for you. And it's gonna be a hell of a ride. And I saw grown men cry on Sunday night. I saw grown men cry. All right. I can only imagine what's going to take place if they get it done on Saturday night.
Oh my God! We're gonna get real belligerent. We're gonna talk about things we've never been able to talk about before.
I mean, we already starting to do that shit now.
Yeah. I'm feeling good right now. There's no way I should feel like this when we got the Lions this weekend, but I do.
Yeah,
I do.
That ain't number. You know, that ain't number God. That ain't number 5. That ain't number 5.
Yeah.
Neil Rack in. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, the cardiac Skins did it again. Get your popcorn ready. I love it, man. I just love the fact that we're being doubted and damn near double-digit underdogs. I love it. I love it. Rico Garcia, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, do you think the Commanders defense should use a zone blitz or a man-to-man blitz against Goff? Man,
we got to get to Goff like that. Like he's like the only not mobile person in the playoffs left.
Man, I don't know if, I mean,
I do not envy Joe Jr. because I mean, there's no real right answer right now.
We need.
I think you got to probably
who gets active game. I know that for sure.
I think you probably got to play zone. Like if you get Jameson Williams one-on-one with somebody with single coverage, that could easily turn into a touchdown.
Yeah,
I mean, I
actually fear Jameson a little bit more than for our matchup. I actually fear Jameson a little bit more than Amon-Ra.
Yeah, because I don't know who running with that.
Well, I can tell you right now, I fear Amon-Ra because I think it's going to be a lot like Chris Godwin in week 1, right? Like he's their slot machine. He's their third down converter. Who's like Noah Igbenogany can't cover him. You know what I mean?
It's that kid in the backfield that gives me nightmares.
Oh, no, without question. You asked me who I fear the most.
That is oh my God, he's so good.
I'm actually excited that, like, I talked myself into being excited that David Montgomery is back because that's less carries and touches for Jahmyr Gibbs. You know what I mean? Like,
I remember how fans reacted to them jumping up there and picking him 12th in the draft, and I was like, bro, when you got a guy, you love a guy. I remember how hyped they were in the draft room. I was like, oh no, they got a plan for him. They got a plan for that boy. They were slapping hands like they just got their franchise quarterback when they drafted Gibbs.
Yeah, no, they was slapping hands like the water boy after they was winning games. Slap hands. That boy. And I knew he was gonna be nice. I said he was like Alvin Kamara on steroids. You know what I mean?
2,000 all-purpose yards, like 25 touchdowns. He's a problem, bro.
Yeah, you can see it coming, bro.
As a Bulldog fan, Jahmyr Gibbs and Jameson Williams have stressed me out for years, and now I got to deal with it again.
Yeah,
at the NFL level.
Wow stuff. Twin D, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes, I posed this question to LT a few games ago. Do you think it's too early to refer to Jaden Daniels as the legendary JD5? And if so, what and when would it take to start referring to him as such? I mean, he's already a legend in my eyes. You know, I'm like Kanye West, right? I mean, he already a legend in my eyes. You know what I mean?
So I'm going the whole way with it, man. So yeah, they can't stop me from calling him whatever I want to call him right now, man. That boy hooping, man.
That's the best rookie quarterback I've ever seen in my life. That's a legend to me.
I mean, he the greatest rookie quarterback we've ever seen. Period. I don't think that's even up for a debate anymore. Like, he's doing things we've never seen from a rookie quarterback before. And mind you, and not to shit on the rest of the squad, but mind you, he's doing this with the worst team that he's gonna have in his career. You know what I'm saying? So, dude he's different, man. For sure. Twin D, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Twin D, writes, I preface this by saying that as a general rule, we could care less about what he thinks, but on a purely human level and $6 billion aside, what do you think is going through Daniel Snyder's head?
I'll tell you what I think. I think he probably thinks he's responsible for this. I think he's sitting back telling, hey, you see, Tanya, you see what we did, babe? You see what we did, babe? This is because of us. Enjoy this because we did this. With his Jaden Daniels jersey that's probably like 8 sizes too big on.
You know what? I don't know what this with his yoga pants on. Hey, Gearcell, what he got on, man? What he got on, Gearcell? I can't even imagine what this dude might be doing right now. Like, I wish he would try to pop up and take some credit for some shit, man. Him and Rivera could kick rocks on that shit. Talking about
he's on his yacht right now saying Happy Thanksgiving somewhere on his yacht.
Yo, I'm just so glad that man is gone. Lord have mercy. Look at what we doing. Gearcell 1, we spoke him up. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Gear Cell 1 writes, Lattimore played like he wears fried bologna yoga pants on Labor Day. Tragic. I thought you was going to go with something white. She was going to go with something white on Labor Day. GT7, thank you for the super chat, my guy. Thank you for your generosity. Really, truly do appreciate you. Right. Few subplots. One, Amaraz feeling slighted by Diami being drafted before him. That's on the checklist. That's on the checklist. Two, let's see if you knock them all down. Benny snubbing us. We're basketball guys. That's on the checklist. Two. All right. Three, Benny wanting How over JD. I saw that on Rio's channel, man. That was wild work. When Lake Lewis dropped that gem on our melon, I was like, wait a minute.
I was like, no way. No way.
That was breaking news stuff for real.
I was like, Wade, you gotta be shitting me here.
I was like,
you said what now, Lake? That's part of the reason he didn't want to come here. He wanted Sam How, like, you know, I was pushing Sam like crack, bro, in the 80s.
New How order.
Hey, come on, man. But seriously, that was a breaking point for you?
Hey, don't let me find out Ben was a part of Roll with Sam and Draft Alt Twitter.
Man, he might have been running the account, bro. He was the account manager on that shit.
Adam Peters probably was like, yo, you for real, fam?
Yo,
them
wild.
UNC guys that deep?
And then he says, thanks for the intel, Rio/Lake Lewis. Yeah, that was crazy, man. Like that almost blew the internet up today. That shit was wild. And then three, Campbell assuming we wouldn't have made it to the next round. I think you hit all of the checks, man. There's been a lot of disrespect coming out of Detroit.
See you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, see you in 2 weeks. I mean, last time I checked, is Minnesota in the playoffs? They in the playoffs?
Sam Darnold showed us exactly who he was.
Oh yeah,
he was seeing ghosts last night.
It's seeing ghost Sam. That's what we call him.
Yeah. Imagine being the first ever 14-win wild card team and scoring 9 points.
Nasty work. The nastiest of nasty.
All for what, man?
All for what? Rocky D, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, all I can say is goodbye 1 p.m. games. We ain't gonna have but about 3-4, a handful of them shits next year. Facts. A lot of America's game of the week, all that shit coming up down the pipeline. I'm going to miss you. Expect a 30 for 30 ESPN special of Josh Harris' first 2 years of ownership and another De'Ami Brown video campaign to keep his spot here. LOL. Hey, I'm gonna be tuning in for my guy De'Ami, man. I'm gonna be pushing that J. I'm gonna be peddling that off-season De'Ami documentary, or as Ed called him, documentary De'Ami, man. hey, I'm gonna be peddling that for him.
I need an encore, De'Ami. I need one more.
Bear it down. And my guy BD, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, if you're not having a heart attack, you're not a Commanders fan.
That's a
LOL.
fact. That's a fact,
bro. This shit right here is. But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you, I've been less stressed at the end of these games than probably most people, just because I just believe in Jaden. I would be more stressed if the defense was on the field. Like that Saints game, that one's the one that almost took me out. Right. That was the one that almost took, because you are powerless if the defense is on the field. You have no control over the outcome of the game. You are definitely at the mercy of the other team. If they had a better 2-point conversion play, we lose that game, right? So I'm more nervous when the defense is on the field than the offense. Like when Jaden's out there, we finna win this bitch.
Cool, calm, and collective, just like my quarterback, man. That boy didn't even care that we won the game.
He said he looked over at the PR dude and asked
Charlie.
Him, hey Charlie, what interviews we got? Literally, I said, hey JD, you bullshitting, right? I watched the live copy, the TV copy. He literally turns to somebody and says something. I don't know if he literally turned to Charlie and asked him that shit, but he literally turns to somebody and asks them something, and then stands up and just calmly starts to walk.
You would have thought he was going out to midfield for the overtime toss.
It's wild. I mean, the dude he's cut from a different cloth.
He's psychotic, man. We got one of those.
Hey, those the ones you got to worry about, man. He's a cold-blooded assassin.
Yes, sir.
Tobal DeGrio, thank you for the super sticker. Really, truly do appreciate the support, Tobal. Thank you so much. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Y'all see the Detroit station bashing us, talking fuel?
I love it.
I haven't seen anything.
They're frying us over there. Oh, I've seen a bunch. They are like, dude. I seen a content creator. He was like, dude, I've already put in my word for our NFC Championship tickets next week. And they were like, come on, it's Washington. We didn't get the real game, the rematch versus Tampa Bay. We got the rookie.
I love it. If that's the mindset that they clearly haven't watched this all season long. I love it. I love it. They were stuck on
Washington even beat.
Yeah, we beat a team you couldn't beat. How crazy is that? How crazy is that?
Point. Yep.
Christopher McLaughlin,
hey,
thank you for the super chat.
C-Mac.
My guy C-Mac, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Chris, really do appreciate the generosity as always, my man. He says, hey, Lou, Rio, Rico, and Ed, hope everyone is doing well. Likewise, likewise. Curious, everyone's thoughts. Art Monk threw his first 100 games, 49 receptions, 6,103 yards, 28 touchdowns. Terry threw 97 games, 460 receptions, 6,379 yards, and 38 touchdowns. 2 questions. 1, do you think what would it take to re-sign Terry? So second question is, what do you think it's going to take to re-sign Terry?
A little bump on the yearly average, man. It ain't gonna be nothing serious. Give him a little bump on the yearly average and keep it pushing.
How many years he got left on that extendo clip we gave him? 2?
I think 2. I want to say 2, and I know this is his age 30 season coming up.
Yeah, he ain't going away. He's gonna finish his career. We're gonna Mike Evans his ass.
He's a lifer. You're not allowed to.
He's got 2. So looking at the top receivers, like he's making 23 mil right now. You look at Ayuk, where everybody was like, should Ayuk be getting that money? Should he be getting paid? Yeah, he's getting 30. So I know he's looking around at that. He may not get 30. Like Devontae Smith's getting 25. I think Terry should get at least 25.
27 and a half handshake deal. Let's leave.
DJ Moore's at 27 and a half. I think he's better than DJ Moore, honestly. So I think something around that is the Jalen Waddle deal is the one that I think raised a lot of eyebrows. And I like Jalen Waddle, but he's clearly a number 2 at best. So I think around that 27, 28. And then Tyreek's got 30. Amon-Ra's at 30. AJ Brown 32. Jetter's at 35. CD at 34. Those are your highest paid receivers right now.
Yeah. So yeah. Somewhere in that 28 to 30 range is where he probably should reside. Honestly, the sooner it gets done, the more money he would, I think, command. As he gets older, it's probably a little bit less. Right. So I think we'll see when they decide to make that move, because he's not going anywhere.
Man, we don't have to make a big deal of it. There don't got to be no holdouts or nothing. Just a little, hey, Terry, come on and holler at me on your way out the door.
Yeah, the last time that shit, it got a little contentious. He went the John Allen route, where he was like, hey, what y'all got going on here? Like,
upper management was a little ugly back then. We don't live that life no more.
Nah, we don't live that life.
They're doing any Deontay Johnson type stuff, Crazy. He got cut it.
Hey, I can't believe somebody even brought him up. Like, hey, Deontay Johnson, man, what y'all think? Like, bro, this man has been passed around like a Kardashian. What are you talking about? Like, we're not doing this.
A bunch of wide receiver needy teams are doing the best they can to get rid of him. Like,
he Chloe too. He ain't even Kim with it, man.
Right. Hey, you wrong for that. Duncan Wright. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it.
What up, Duncan?
My guy, Duncan writes, I'm happy for you guys, but I listened to Louie and Rio party, and you guys went too far and disrespected my Eagles. Let me tell you something. You all writing checks your butt can't cash. I'm just happy that you are sober right now, and I'm proud of you for that, and I want you to continue down this path. So I appreciate you. And we was talking greasy about your Eagles. You deserved it. Okay, you looked like ass on Sunday.
131 passing yards.
They booed you up 10-0. They booed you at home, bro.
And that boy went 2 quarters without a completion over there, bro. You got a lot of bigger fish to fry on your side, man.
Even LaShawn McCoy was cooking them.
Christopher McLaughlin, my guy. C-Mac, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Right. Hello, Lou, Rico, Rio, Ed. 2 questions. He said, what concerns you the most about the Lions' offense and defense, and why? What concerns you guys the most? I think Rio said my concern. I'm scared shitless of Jahmyr Gibbs. Anytime he touches the ball, he can go the distance. 85 yards, 75 yards. It don't matter where he touch it. Screen, arrow route out of the backfield, a toss, outside zone. All of that shit could go the distance at any point. He scares me shitless. That's the thing on offense. And on defense. They don't scare me at all. They do have one player. I'll just say this. They have Zadarius Smith, who can get pressure, and then they don't drop interceptions in that secondary. So
Kirby Joseph has 9 picks.
Yeah, if you make a mistake around Kirby Joseph or Brian Branch, you're not getting the ball back.
Carlton Davis too. While you bullshitting, Carlton Davis. Oh,
he's out.
He is out. He is out. I forgot. They got Amik starting, right?
Yeah, Meek Robertson. Yep.
Amik Robertson. And is Terry and Arnold back this week? The rookie?
He's gonna be back. He got a foot injury, but he practiced.
Cook him, Diami.
Hey, he's their Benjamin St. Juice. He's that man is a walking penalty. I think he might lead the league in penalties.
I called Zion McCollum, Tampa Bay Saints. I was like, bro, wherever 27's at, find him, bro, because the flags just found him wherever he was on the field. We need to go with them the same way.
Yeah, that's Terry Arnold for them. The same thing I told y'all about Joey Porter Jr. Like I said, that's their Benjamin St. Juice. That's their Benjamin St. Juice. Terry Arnold is their Benjamin St. Juice. So what are y'all concerns, offensive and defensive?
For me, like I said, James, those speedy receivers like that, those speed demons. I mean, clearly Jahmyr and David Montgomery together. And I was talking to a Lions fan that I know really, really well. That I'm probably going to watch the game with on Saturday night. And he was like, yeah, he likes it when it's just Jahmyr back there. So that's how special Jahmyr. I was like, bro, like, you don't want David Montgomery in? He was
that's
like,
what I said. I said, I'm glad he back. It's going to take Jahmyr off the field and take carries out of that man's
demon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I was surprised to hear that from him, but I was like, nah, it makes sense. But yeah, clearly, like you got to account for Amon-Ra. He's a dog, but like I said, I just kind of like those possession receivers against us instead of the speedy guys like Jameson, because I just feel like if Jameson hits one of those 50-yard bombs, the crowd gets into it, they get wild, they just start revving the engine up. So that's why my biggest concern is Jameson at this point. And then you just got to find out what you're going to do with Marshawn. If he's not fully healthy, then you probably got to put him on a snap count. I mean, if he's out there, he's not productive, then you got to find different ways to slow down their pass game. So clearly Jahmyr and David, and then Sam Laporta, he gets in the mix too. Defensively, yeah, like you guys brought up, I don't really have many concerns. Yes, they do have a pass rush. Aaron Glenn's a heck of a defensive coordinator for sure.
Very good.
Brian Branch is a dog. Kirby Joseph's a dog. But without Aiden Hutchinson, it's like, yeah, you got opportunities there on that against that defense. And then the betting odds are crazy. Like it's so just like Jahmyr Gibbs is like minus 330 for a touchdown. Anytime touchdown score. And David Montgomery's like minus 400. Like I've never seen that before. I think I saw that with like Christian McCaffrey last year, but I just had to point that out. Like,
yo, we got one of the biggest lines ever on the game, 55.5.
Yeah, that's wild. They expecting points to be scored for sure. Yeah, like I saw that, I was like, that's crazy.
I expect both of us to put some points up. As far as my concern for the offense, everything concerns me except the movement of the quarterback. That is all that they don't have on the offense. They got a 1,000-yard receiver on one side. They got a 1,200-yard receiver on the other side. They got an 800-yard tight end. They got one running back that gives you 2,000 all-purpose yards and about 25 touchdowns. Another running back that's giving you about 900 yards out of the backfield. And a quarterback that gave you 4,237 touchdowns. On top of that, you got Decker on one side. You got Penei Sewell. You got Ragnow. You got Glasgow. Man, they have everything except a quarterback that can move. Yep. So where we get into this game is we got to make life hard on Jared Goff because that boy will throw some interceptions. You got to catch him when he gives you an opportunity for. We got to get to this guy. Pressure up the middle would be amazing this week. If our defensive tackles could get pressure on the quarterback, it would be phenomenal for him. Offensively, I trust Jaden against every defense in the league. They can stop the run, but 5 is going to 5. And I think we're going to get active offensively. You're going to see fireworks from both sides on the offense, but as far as their offense is concerned, everything concerns me except their quarterback's movement ability.
Yeah, I'm pretty much with Rio. I mean, if I had to narrow it down, again, just going back to them Bama boys, having to deal with Jamison Williams back in 2021, and then going into the 2022 like calendar year with the playoffs, the championship, and then having to deal with Jahmyr Gibbs the very next season, and now I'm in 2025 having to deal with them at the NFL level. I'm honestly sick of it. So those are my two main guys on offense that I'm worried about for us. And then, I mean, but to Rio's point, it's literally like pretty much the entire offense. But if I had to narrow it down, it's those two. And then defensively, I mean, it's going to be a tough game if we can't get this run game going. And for the Lions, how good they are against the run, that's probably my biggest concern. We please get this run game going. It's been since the Titans game. But this Detroit Lions game is very stingy. This team is stingy against the run.
I'm going to tell you this. I know this much. Aaron Glenn will not be on the sidelines in the fourth quarter chilling like he about to sip on a cold Billy. Did y'all see this man in the fourth quarter against Minnesota? Arms up like this. Like, I ain't never seen no coordinator chilling like that during the game, bro. That man ain't had a care in the world, right? I said he won't be doing that shit this week. That's for damn sure. Let's get to Ted Lucas. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Ted writes, I believe we're going to win this game because of Ben Johnson jinx. Not only did he deny the coaching job, but he said he didn't want to work for a bunch of basketball guys. I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit is not lost on that building. Like, they didn't let that shit go. Now, you know, DQ ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, but you think Adam Peters is not, you know,
he's the person that should feel most disrespected because he don't got shit to do with basketball. He's one of the more respected executives in the league, and you couldn't even give him the respect of a face-to-face handshake. I'm not interested in your job. You acted like a hoe, so you got to live in that.
Yep. Well said. Hey, Scotty. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Hey, Scotty writes, Diami ran over Bama. Slam over that man on the sidelines. Like a damn runaway freight train. I was like, damn, Diami, I didn't even know you could do that. He was like, hey, it's a lot of shit y'all know I could do.
Boy dropped the shoulder like Jim Brown on him.
Marquell Randall, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Wild Card Weekend taught us a lot about quarterbacks. Herbert and Darnold don't got it for a big stage. Love, I don't know, Hurts game manager and one of them ones do what they do. Hashtag, I got 5 on it.
I agree. I agree.
That's what it is right there. You hit it right, the nail right on the damn head, Marquell. Jack Miller, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Jack writes, on the Evans TD, Quan Martin was in a second off of knocking the ball down. Great game. Want to see Dallas and Giants look on their faces seeing the Commanders versus Eagles NFC Championship game. On that play, Quan Martin should have picked that off. I was so hot at Quan Martin.
He was blindly just jumping backwards at nothing.
All he had to do was keep watching Bake, and he would have jumped in front of it. Like, that ball literally went through his hands because he turned around, and Bake never saw him, right? He's falling underneath that. If he just, like, kind of runs at an angle, comes underneath that, and plucks it out of the air, that could be a 103-yard pick six. Instead, he turns around and face guard Mike Evans, and the ball goes right through his hand. I'm like, God, we need some. Like, if that was Kirby Joseph, that's a pick.
That's the perfect example of why we need a ball-playing safety.
Like, that's a pick. I was so hot at him, bro.
And speaking of the Eagles, too, we're the only division with 2 teams still in the playoffs. So I think on the NFC side, at least.
Yeah, we're the only division. Yep, we are the only one.
I'm about to say, I'm thinking about the AFC too.
Like, yeah, we're the only ones.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't think they got, anybody else with 2.
Nobody's doubled up. It's the Bills, Ravens, and it's Chiefs, Texans, all different division.
Yeah, nobody.
Yes, sir.
Jaden Beast.
That's right. We about to turn it back up. Jaden's mom's favorite player. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, 19 years. Let's go, Kings. I celebrated 17 years clean and sober on Sunday, man. Shout out to your sobriety, bro. Love it.
Keep it going, family.
Got to see my first playoff win since I got clean. I was spun in 05.
You made it, bro.
You don't even remember it.
Hey, I appreciate the honesty and the candor, bro. He said I was spun, bro. I couldn't tell you a goddamn thing from 05. Well, now you got a ton of memories that you can share with others, and we not done yet, bro. We not done yet. This shit don't have to end. Like, I just love the narrative that, oh, I guess y'all season over now, right? Is it?
Yep.
We're gonna find out, man.
Tune into the show. Tune into the show.
GT7, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy GT writes, Kings, how come no one is talking about Evans' offensive PI on Lattimore? You can't grab his shoulders to swim past him. No, I mean, we know Mike Evans is a physical receiver, and we've seen that they're going to let the receivers get away with a lot of stuff. As long as you're not like blatantly two-hand chucking somebody, they're going to let you get away with just about murder at the receiver position. So you got to play accordingly. And Lattimore, you know, it was definitely, you know, Mike Evans being aggressive with him, but he hugged the man. He tried to suplex the man. Like, can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I get it that it was definitely Mike Evans initiating contact, but at some point you gotta let him go. He wasn't gonna catch that football. Gotta let him go. You know what I mean? Tony, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Who writes? This is beautiful because this is the worst our roster will be. Amen. Watch out, NFC.
Oh yeah, you have to go through us.
Yeah, getting another running back, another receiver, upgrading everything.
Hey, Scotty. Thank you for the super chat. Hell yeah. I already said, man, Coleman is a guard. He is not a tackle.
I'm going back to my draft day rant, bro. Kick his ass inside. Put that boy next to Yadish.
Yeah, he is a guard, bro. But, you know, it is what it is. Hey, Scotty.
We're going to make it work for now.
Super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Right. So when that lineman grabbed JD's towel and ran a good 5 yards with it, then threw that bitch on the ground. He was mad as a bitch when he got away. It was like flag football. Like, he grabbed the flag and he was mad as hell because, like, normally you grab the flag, it's a wrap. But he had that towel and he kept running with that bitch like, I can't believe this man stiff on me and got away.
It looked like somebody's mama chasing him for not leaving the meat out to thaw out. Like,
crazy, man. That man was sick with that towel in his hand. Like that, JD left that man with a towel. Literally left that man with a towel in his hand. he threw that shit on the ground hard too.
Stupid towel.
Yo, he was mad, bro. He was big mad.
Vita was tired the whole game too. You can see he was gasping for air trying to get Jaden.
Bro, that tempo had his ass in a tizzy. He was on the sideline.
Yeah, give him the whole oxygen tank.
I loved it. TJ too nasty for you. Pause. Double up. Writes. If y'all get a chance, rewatch the Commander's log. AP spoke all this into existence.
He did.
That man, and AP we trust, man.
Yeah, I ran through all the Commanders logs during the bye week, man. Like those were so good. I can't wait till we get our season retrospective. But job not finished. Let me.
Job is. Are they gonna put out a mic'd up this week?
Somebody had to be mic'd up.
I would assume somebody had to be mic'd up, man. I'm waiting to see what they're gonna do because it's a short week. You got to get that to us early, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's already Tuesday and they back on the practice fields. So.
Yeah, they turning this thing around quick because it's a short week. Skunk Pack, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes Rio, Rico, Louie, and Ed. Being the only Commanders fan out here in Hawaii gets lonely. Aloha, baby. Aloha. He says, love everything y'all do for us across the globe. HTTC. Listen, I got a couple of people that are subscribers to the channel that are out in Hawaii. I don't know if y'all in the same part of the island or not, but y'all exist. Y'all out there. Hold it down for a Skunk Pack, though. Hold it down for us. GT7, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. GT7 writes, Brian Robinson has poor run vision, runs to darkness.
He runs to bodies.
He runs to contact sometimes. Yeah. I will say that. A little disappointed at times with him in that regard. But again, as I said already, I ride for him because this offensive line isn't doing a good enough job. Errol Jackson Jr., he's one of those dudes that has to get ahead of steam, right? He can't be running east and west. His shoulders have to be square. He's got to be going downhill already. And it's too often I'm seeing him running, sideways, east and west, instead of coming downhill. So Errol Jackson Jr., thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, writes. Hey, Kings. What up, Errol? How y'all like the new avatar?
Is that Jaden surrounded by aura?
Yeah. He
That's
says,
what it looks like.
him hand. I love it, man.
It's clean.
I love it.
Oh, him hand instead of Gohan, maybe?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said him hand.
That's Gimma. That's Jaden. That's Gohan. I love it. I love it.
Devon Cash. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you.
My guy.
Devon writes, this game really meant something. This shit really means something to me, man.
It do.
It do. It really means something to me, man.
It do.
What makes this all better? Dan Snyder, but don't get to see it at all. Also, how that culture changed to all our players left. Yeah, like Gibby, like Antonio Gibson was talking that shit. I get it though. I'm not mad at none of them, but I know they sick right now. Sick. And I think he would have been really good on this team. Antonio
Cliff would know exactly what to do with that.
He would have been so good on kickoffs with this new kickoff rule, and I think he could have ate. But hey, they better let us win Saturday. I'm better not let us win. That's what you mean, because I'm gonna be acting up. Look, if we win, I'm on some Kanye shit. Y'all can't tell me
nothing.
Oh, not that thing.
Rap, bro. It's over with. VA66. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, Jaden Daniels reminds me of Joe Montana and just how clutch he is. I heard somebody say that today. I was like, yo, that's some crazy praise right there. Man that went undefeated in the Super Bowl. I'm trying to get some of that action. Trying to activate that right there.
But he is a smooth operator. I get it.
They called him Joe Cool for a reason. Gerard Swan, my guy, Gerard. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Hey, we had a time last night, boy. Let's go, Lou. Thank you. Party was fire. We did, bro. That shit was lit, and everybody in attendance made that joint a night to remember. It was the best football watching experience I've ever had in my life, and I thank each and every single one of y'all for coming out and making it as such. Calvin Creme de la Creme.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, I wanted Detroit all season after Ben Johnson pulled that weak BS during the hiring process. The entire Detroit fan base is looking past us, and that pisses me off to no end. This is David versus Goliath. I love the position that, like, we got nothing to lose. Paul Pierce said this about a month ago. They asked who's the most dangerous team heading into the postseason once we clinched, and all the spots were pretty much spoken for. And he's like, they were all talking about their teams. He said, I'm gonna throw y'all a curveball. And I'm like, it's Paul Pierce, so you gotta take it with a grain of salt. But
yeah, especially talking about football.
Football, right? You gotta take it with a grain of salt. But he's like, yo, but he been rocking with us all year. He was like, I'm gonna tell you right now, the most scariest team, the most dangerous team in the playoffs is the Commanders. Jaden Daniels. And then he started, because they had Magic Johnson on the show like maybe a week prior, and he was talking about Jaden and how good he was and this, that, and the third. And he was just talking about how we don't know no better. Like, we ain't got nothing to lose. He said, when you playing a team who ain't got nothing to lose, they scary as hell. And he right. Like, we ain't even supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? They told us that we were recalibrating this season. We weren't supposed to be here. We supposed to win 6-7 games max. They left us for dead after we lost 3 straight.
Sure did. It was real spooky hours for this team those weeks.
And here we are talking about potentially making it to the NFC Championship game. We 60 minutes away. Rocky D, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBV. Or double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes, I appreciate the non-wood sharing stream. Laughing my ass off. Hey, bro. I'm never gonna live that down. They was killing me on my own stream at the party with the wood comments, bro. It was everybody was like, "Yo, let me get a piece of wood, bro."
I was hoping nobody brought you wood to your party, man, because I know you ain't asked for that.
I was like, "Nah, bro, I'm good on that, man." So yeah, I'm that was gonna travel with me for a long time. VA66, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Rights. I've been listening to you guys for years and been Washington fans since 1969. Hold us down, bro. They have always had a consistent 1K yard rusher. OG. VA66 is a OG, triple OG.
Yes, sir.
Jared talks football. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Jared writes, don't be shy, Lou. I was wasted too. No, I'm not telling you I wasn't feeling good. I was nice. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't lit, but I was nice. I was feeling good, right? And then that wind just sent it over the top. And then he played Tear the Club Up. And we went off, bro. We went off when he played that joint. We was in there. We was definitely tearing the club up at that point. Junior 13. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Junior 13 writes, Ben Johnson revenge game. He didn't want us. I don't even know if he understands the type of vitriol we got for him right now. Like, I don't know if he understands, like, this is personal right here. I love it, man. It's gonna be quite the scene on Sunday. They better not let us win. They should have never gave us money.
Should have never gave you money.
Yeah, they should have never gave us money. We about to go in there. F y'all couch, Detroit.
Yes,
GT7. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. GT writes, Kirby Joseph was talking real dismissive about JD and the offense on K. Adams' podcast. Really? What did he say?
I didn't see that one.
I might have to go track that down. See, it's one thing when fans be talking greasy because they don't know what the hell they talking about. But when a player's talking greasy, that's bulletin board material. I gotta track that one down. Because JD was even complimentary of Kirby Joseph in his press conference today, right? So if that's how they feeling, they underestimating 5. And I think they underestimating 17 and 2. Because I think we can get vertical on their ass, personally.
Sure can.
But please keep underestimating them. Please.
Hey, you ain't hear that from me. Kevin the PRF, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, would you rather lose to the Lions with the guarantee they beat the Eagles or upset the Lions and lose to the Eagles even if it's a year 1 conference championship appearance? Ooh,
I'm the second one. I'm the second one. So I want to go as far as I can.
Yeah, I want to go as far too.
As far as I can, man. I mean, to keep these streams up like this, we keep celebrating and celebrating. Just that alone.
Man, there's the backlash to that because now you got to hear from Eagles fans, and then they got a chance to win the Super Bowl. But you know, good and well, we not turning down the opportunity to go to the damn NFC Championship game. Like that's crazy work, but.
Yeah.
As long as you tell me they not winning the Super Bowl, like you're not guaranteeing that they win the Super Bowl. They got a chance to go to the Super Bowl because I think whoever come out of that side could beat their ass.
Oh yeah, they would lose to the Chiefs.
Hell yeah,
The Chiefs, they would lose to the Bills.
You ain't guaranteeing them a Super Bowl. I'm good because I deal with too many Eagles fans. It would be unbearable if they won the Super Bowl and they was able to bounce us, but bro. We got a chance to get to the NFC Championship game. We 1 game away from the Super Bowl. Do you know how? Let me go to the next super chat, man. Edmund Paul Catton, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, I've been a Redskins fan since 1980 while living in California. I enjoyed our glory days, but have been dying since we drafted Heath Schuler. I'm so happy I can talk real shit. JD5 is the real MVP. Man, this dude changes lives.
He does.
He
done miracles on me. He done miracles on me.
There you go for that theory of you need to get the team first, then get the quarterback. Nah, go ahead and get that quarterback, man. You never know what can happen.
That
Only
debunks that entire
yeah, there's like an outlier. There's like 2 to 3 outliers every 20 years that do it without a quarterback. You're not about to Nick Foles your way to a title, man. Don't even do it. Don't even mess with that.
Yeah. And Tank is not the worst thing in the world. Shout out to Greg Zerline for hitting that kick.
Oh,
Man.
break the leg. Break the
I already
leg.
said if we get a chip, he got to get a ring, bro. Somebody got to bless this man.
Don't give Ron. Give one to Greg.
Get that to Greg, bro. Ron was trying to do us like Lovey did to Texas and leave us with that middle finger, right? Like, you know, it's the ultimate middle finger from a coach that know he about to get fired.
That's Antonio Pierce.
Right?
That's Antonio Pierce how that thing goes.
Yeah. Let me win this game on the way out so y'all don't get shit while y'all about to fire me.
It's to build the culture.
Yeah.
And the check's still clear afterwards.
Oh, sure does for the next few years, right?
4 of them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love it, man. Paul Kyoko, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Paul writes, JD5 is the coldest Gumby ever. Like, it's just amazing how this dude is just able to do the things that he does. And like Rio said, man, just bending all of these awkward, positions and pause and still be able to just get up and function like nothing ever happened, bro.
That's God's favorite right there. I done seen that boy's body snap in half. I done seen his little tree branch legs been bent back, but he popped right back up afterwards with a smile on his face and pop his shit every week, man. I love this kid so much.
Every time he goes to a basketball game, everybody's like, "Oh, he's limping." No, he's fine. He's good. He's straight.
Man, that Cali swag, man. That's that Cali swag. He just cool with it, man.
Yeah, they don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, they don't.
Chris Hunter, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Chris writes, we need to play our game. Don't matter how exotic the Lions offense plays. We just got to match them score for score, band for band. Maybe a trick play in the tuck. The biggest key is just keep their offense off the field. It's the same game plan we just had against Tampa Bay. You just got to score in the red zone. We went to the red zone 5 times and only came away with 2 touchdowns. That's the only reason Tampa Bay didn't get blown out in the game, is because we couldn't finish drives. And so if we can duplicate, and Tampa's defense is better than Detroit's defense.
Oh,
I shit you not. So we can do it again. The only difference is that's going to be a raucous environment. It's going to be loud, and they're going to blitz, and they're going to play man. And if we don't have the answers, it could look a little funky. But if they ready for that pressure, if they ready for that man-to-man, it's going to be a long-ass day for them.
We gotta keep our composure, because Ben Johnson gonna pull some shit out that bag. He gonna reach into that duffel. You might see a hook and ladder, a flea flicker, a double reverse, something schoolyard is coming out that bag. Don't trip when it happens, man. Keep it pushing, because this offense can score in a hurry. But when 5 is on the field, so can he.
Yep. They're gonna find out.
Yeah,
they're gonna find out. Bussa, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. We some head buzzing now. Do you ever watch Janky's crazy ass? LOL. He loves the Commanders. Of course, we've all seen Janky Rondo before. The dude that be tripping me out is the Baltimore dude, the big Baltimore dude.
He loves JD.
Yo, he loves JD5, bro. He be going.
Talking about butter, big butter.
Yeah,
shout out butter.
Yo, he be at me weak, man. He be at me weak. Optimal Focus, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Optimal Focus writes, been arguing with Lions fans all day. Don't waste your breath, man. Laughing my ass off. Hey, Kings, I have 2 questions. What do you think it will take to beat the Lions? And 2, what do we have to do to get this run game moving? Much love to y'all, HTTR.
I think those are the same question. I think to beat the Lions, we got to get the run game going. And to lose point, it's not just Brian Robinson. He has to be better, but the offensive line also has to be better as well. Maybe Cliff Kingsbury can call some runs, not just on 1st and 10s when defense is expected. Maybe that can help some as well.
I think that I've already come to grips with the run game is not going to work the rest of the season. So what you have to do is manufacture.
Don't say that shit, Lou.
Bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
You right, but don't say that.
Yo, I gotta live in reality, bro. I can't deal with this shit where I'm just gonna hope on a hope and prayer. I gotta go with what I know, right? And what I know is this run game is dead, bro. So what you gotta do is you gotta manufacture positive plays. Like they did a good job of throwing screens and, you know, getting it out in the flats and then sneak a 4-yard Austin Eckler run or sneak in a 4-yard B-Rob carry and then get you to 2nd and 6. You just got to manufacture. They were doing long handoffs, wide receiver screen to Terry, and then shit. I was like, here go another one of these Terry shits that don't work. And then Terry somehow break that bitch and get up the sideline and get 4. That it served its purpose, right? We got to continue to do that. Like, that's our new run game. That's our new existence. Like, you gotta live in your truth. Our run game dead, bro. Like, we can't even get a yard when we need a yard no more. Shit is nasty. Like, Eck barely got that yard, bro.
It took a second effort. It took his second effort to dive forward for that shit,
bro. He barely got that yard.
B-Rob's not doing that. B-Rob's not doing that right now.
Hey, Cliff about to throw away the whole running game. We about to see 54 passing attempts from Jaden Daniels.
Hey,
the Eric Bieniemy.
Cliff been dying to do that shit too.
He
dying to do it.
He can't wait. He like, bro, if we gonna go out, we going out.
Hey, remember they asked him if Jaden needed to win the game by himself, you think he could do it? He's like, oh yeah, I know he can.
Yeah, definitely.
He's ready, boy. He's ready for that opportunity. Let that shit come to fruition.
About to go out swinging, boy. We're gonna lose my way.
All right, and he also asked, what is it gonna take to beat the Lions? What do y'all think it's gonna take?
The same thing. That time of possession. Time of possession and 4 downs are going to be huge. This is the battle of 4 downs against Dan Campbell and Dan Quinn. We're going to have to convert on 4 downs. It's just, when are you going to do it? You know, like Sunday night. When is the right time to do it? So Dan's probably going to do it again. I said last week I was like, you got to go 3 for 3 on 4 downs, and we made 3 out of 5. I think he's going to go for it again at least 4 times on 4 downs. So 4 downs is going to be huge. Clearly, our offense is going to be our defense. It is what it is. Our offense is going to be our defense, keeping them off the field. And you're going to have to put at least 28. I would say 28. Honestly, 30. I would think 35 may have to win it, but I'm gonna just go with 28. You got to put at least 28 points on the board.
Yeah, Rico, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, to Ed's point. And the reason that the running game is so important is time of possession, man. That we got to keep our defense off the field as much as possible. If we can limit the Lions to 7 possessions like the Buccaneers had, that vastly increases our chances of winning this game, man. You make sure Jaden Daniels has the ball in his hands at the end of the game to win it, man. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. For me, like, we might see the biggest duel of testicles between coaches we've ever seen. We might see just sacks just hanging out on Ford Field that punters may not have to dress, only to hold field goal or extra points at this point, because you know what Dan Campbell's about. Dan Campbell unnecessarily is aggressive, and Dan Quinn is at the point where he's not counting on the defense. He's putting his house money on the quarterback they drafted number 2 overall and his God-given abilities. We're going to have to be aggressive. We cannot beat ourselves this week. We cannot have back-breaking penalties. We cannot have drive-extending penalties, dumb procedural things happening, and we cannot turn the ball over. I know it's not normal to tell a team with a rookie quarterback not to turn the ball over, but this is what we do, and this is what 5 do. You better protect the football against this team, because the more you put Detroit's offense on the field, the less our chances are to win this game. We got to play monkey in the middle with Detroit's offense. I need Jaden on his second quarter versus Tampa vibe early, 9-minute drives. I'm talking 12 to 15 play drives. We got to drain the clock. And when we're on the defensive side of the ball, we need to send the house at Jared Goff, because if he gets comfortable on top of what Demon Gibbs is doing, Jameson Williams and company, it could be a long day for us super early, but I like our chances.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Damn Twin Shorty Sublime. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Damn Twin writes, peace, Kings. Much love and respect. I'm 48. I was around for the glory years and the Super Bowl wins. This might be the most magical, memorable season I've ever seen, and it ain't over yet. History in the making. If we somehow win the Super Bowl this year, it will be the greatest season in NFL history. I'm not bullshitting you. Like, you can't make this shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were picked to be a 3rd place team. Probably the Giants were only supposed to be worse than us in our division. And we weren't supposed to be more than a 7. What was the number in Vegas? 6.5, right?
6.5.
6.5, right? So we were picked to be a third place team in our division. I wish somebody would have bought the odds. I know they had to be like plus 3,000 or some shit before the season started to win the Super Bowl. Probably even bigger than that, man. And to think about where we are right now and to and understand the path that we're gonna probably have to go if we win this shit, right? You would have had to go to Tampa, you got to go to Detroit, probably got to go to Philly, right? And then you're gonna probably have to be either one of 3 quarterbacks, Allen, Mahomes, or Jackson. Think about that. Like, a lot of Eagles fans want us to do their dirty work. They don't want to play. They didn't want to play Tampa. They don't want to play Detroit. They want to play us because they think they can beat us.
They think we're sweet.
Detroit think we sweet too. They're gonna find out, man.
Oh, they think we're super sweet.
This season is crazy, bro. This is one of the most improbable seasons that I can remember. I thought we had a chance to be solid this year, not playoff or none of that shit. Like 9 wins was max for me. To see where we are right now, and I know we was talking reckless at 7-2.
Sure were.
Big time.
We back though.
We back. We back. I'm here talking about winning the Super Bowl and having to go through all of these different teams and quarterbacks, but you can talk like that when you got one of them ones. Our quarterback is top 5 in the NFL. It's Mahomes, it's Burrow, it's Allen, it's Jackson,
and then it's Jaden Daniels. Talk that talk, Lou. Stamp it.
What? Okay, it's top 5 already. Or as my guy likes to say, top 5 dead or alive. You know what it is. So when you got one of them ones, you can start talking reckless.
Yep, we do. We finally have one. We finally have one. And you can throw me some system quarterback stats all you want to. Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, and Sam Darnold, they are not this. Period.
So Ninja X, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, I still want to get back for the Lions going winless for a full season and breaking a 19-game L streak on us back in 2009. Martin from DC, not Detroit, Cherry Squad. Yo, that was crazy. I remember that game like it was yesterday, man. Losing to the Lions, that shit broke my heart back in 2009, man. Santana had a punt return for a touchdown, and we still lost that game.
Was that cardiovascular endurance?
Think
was
that
was
no,
that,
no,
no
that,
Donovan
that was
McNabb.
Donovan. That was Donovan. Yep.
That was Donovan. Yeah, that was cardio.
They brought in what's
Sexy
his face?
Sexy Rexy.
Yep. At the end of that game, you damn right it was cardiovascular.
That shit. I pulled Donovan McNabb on the in crunch time because of his cardiovascular
endurance. Craziest shit I ever heard in my life at that time.
Man, we've been through some hell here, man.
Yo, bro. It's wild. The stories we can tell. The
campfire stories we have for our grandchildren.
Them shits is scary. You make some s'mores over a campfire. We got some scary shit to tell these kids.
War flashbacks. I tell you, man.
With the flashlight under the chin.
Right. It was a dark and scary season.
Michael Vick dropped back the pass on the first play of the
game. That was pretty much season over already. First play of the season. All that training camp thrown out the window, man. Season 3.
Hey. And Antonio Brown twerked on
us. He popped his ass a whole 4 times.
Captain Obvious, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. All right, Lou, I meant what I said at the end of your watch party. We need an uncharacteristic smash mouth game paired with a few ripping like bombs. This man said, and you know what? It actually made perfectly good sense. This how lit we was. This how tipsy I was. We made sense of this man saying we need to knock the Lions' teeth out, right? And then we started talking through it, and we was like, yo, they can't bite off your kneecaps if they ain't got teeth, right?
Okay.
I was like, okay, I see what he was doing there. I see bars.
You saw the
right? You can't bite off no kneecaps. You ain't got no teeth, man. I feel you, Captain Obvious. It was obvious all along. Jonah Higgins, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Jonah writes, feel like Lions fans up the ticket prices to keep us out. I went to the Cincinnati game and we were deep. We're not afraid of a road trip. Hey, I just think it's the moment too, Jonah. Like this is big. Like the Lions, you know what makes us scary is we're them last year, right? Yep. They had nothing until last year.
They played their first home playoff game at Ford Field ever last year. Ever.
First time they had been to the NFC Championship game since 1991 last year. It's a lot of parallels between them and us. They broke a lot of streaks. They did a lot of things last year that they had never done or hadn't done since 1991 or some shit like that. And I think we in the same boat. And that's why I think, man, we dangerous. We scary, man. We scary.
I mean, yeah, if their fans say $20 for every failure of a year they've had, they will be able to afford those tickets. The price they are right now. They're gonna fill that stadium up. They ready, man.
They ready, bro. They ready. Rocky D, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Rocky says, Jaden makes it look too easy for comfort, like he's bored. What if he wakes up on some random shit like I'm retired, I want to play soccer? LOL. Just kidding.
Hey, stop putting out. Hey, don't even put that out in the air.
Like, I'm just gonna go to the next super chat. Like, I don't even want to discuss that right there.
I was gonna knock on wood, but I don't need to lose.
I ain't even trying to ask for nothing right now. I'm good, bro. I'm not even going. I'm just gonna keep pushing, right? I ain't even gonna say nothing.
Honestly, I ain't even worried about it because he shows emotion for other people. Even Dan Quinn talked about it, like when Marcus Mariota laid that game-winning drive, or even in the locker room, he finally is jumping up and down and celebrating. It's just when it's his turn to make it happen, he's cool and everything. And then when if it's because of him, he's cool. But once he gets to that locker room, he's as soon as he steps off that field, he's kind of normal. I believe. So I don't think he's bored at all.
He loves ball.
No, he loves football.
He breathes this shit.
Yeah, he was like already on the playbook on the plane after getting drafted on the way to California to go back with his family, or the vice versa, coming from Cali back to Virginia on the plane, practicing the plays by himself, like with a ghost center and ghost running back and things like that. Yeah,
virtual headset and all that. Like, yeah, he loves ball. I mean, his teammates know it too. Like Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors were cheering like cheerleaders in the stands for him, going live, going crazy for Jaden at the game. So
that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like Jaden, how many times have you heard his teammates and coaches call him humble, right? He's the epitome of what you're looking for at the quarterback position, because it's never about him. It's always about others. And then to take it a step further, he like me. He a homebody. He don't go nowhere. He don't do nothing. He just chill, play the game, kick it with his friends. With his mom at the game, like he was. Remember when he went out with Wale? He was uncomfortable, bro. That's not his scene. Like he even said it. That's not my scene, bro. Like that's not what I do. He loved basketball. He loved watching basketball. He loved playing basketball. He liked playing a game. He like, bro, I just be in the house. Like literally, we ain't got nothing to worry about with this dude. He's the perfect franchise quarterback. He just loved ball, like. It just people keep saying he's the next RG3. No, he's nothing like him
at all.
It's not a comparison on the field, off the field, aesthetically, personality wise, bro. There's not a corny thing. There's not a corny bone in Jaden Daniels' body.
Yeah, he's not deep throwing the sandwich on Twitter.
Oh man,
his twist makes sense.
His hair makes sense, they're symmetrical, everything, his drip, he don't do too much or too little, man. He's just a cool Cali boy, man.
Man, we blessed, bro. We deserve this shit, man. We deserve this. We went through so much to get this, man.
Oh my god. This shit means something to us.
There you mean something to me, man. It do. Don Battery. Thank you for the super chat.
Hey, my son said something to me when the game finished. He was like, damn, Papa, I see why you love this shit so much. This shit is so good.
Hey, look, man. It's like a drug, man.
That's what's up.
It's addictive, bro. Like, I'm telling you, you inject this in your veins one time and you hook like dope, man. This shit is crazy, bro. Don Battery, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Jaden is gonna, and your son is blessed too, because he ain't go through
Yep.
all of that shit. So he came in at the right time. Like, it's such a blessing when you get to skip all of that and go to the good stuff, right?
Mhm.
He came at the right time, man.
Oh, he's super blessed, man. I'm glad I didn't force football on him every year when he was a kid and he had a choice to come into this life.
Yes, man. Look, that is the way to do it, because you would have made that man hate football, hate this team, or worse, hate it all together. Like, it was some bad stuff, man. Jaden is gonna feel some type of way about Ben Johnson not believing in him. Knowing Washington had the number 2 pick, that will not be lost on 5. Cincy all over again. I mean, like, that kind of stuff. I don't know if that motivates him or not, but I can tell you this much: he's motivated just because. Now, this I know. Any competitor, because he's a competitor, he's seen the line, and I know DQ gonna bring it up.
Yep.
Like, that's a disrespectful line. Okay, like 9.5.
I think it moved it down to like, did they move up to 9.5? Or I thought it was 8.5, but that's still
It was
disrespect.
8.5, and they moved it to 9.5.
Oh, 9 and we're sweet. We're sweet.
Bro, it was 9.5. Now, I could have came down, but it was 9.5 when that thing first hit. It was 8.5. I saw it at 9.5 the last time I looked, bro. And so the disrespect is real. It's real. We were tied with the Texans as 9.5. Well, 9. We were 9. Excuse me, 9. 9-point dogs with the Texans. We were tied with the Texans. They 9-point dogs against Kansas City. We 9-point dogs. We're 9-point dogs against them. I'm like, the disrespect is real. I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
They'll see.
Oh, yeah. Gerard Swan, my guy. Thank you for the super chat. Double up. He says, Kings, JD5 is the best complete quarterback in the NFL over the other top 4 right now. The others have years of NFL experience. 5 has 18 games equals less HLP. What's that?
Help. Probably
help.
help.
Yeah. Yep. That's what that is. Help. Less help. Hashtag less help. Man, I'm not going to put him over a dude like Mahomes, who all he does is win, right? But he does have more around him and has had more around him. Like, Mahomes was blessed to make his first season. They won the division a year before. You know what I mean? Like, he walked into a situation with Chris Jones on defense and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce on offense. Like, he walked into a very fortunate situation.
3 of the top 4 came to good situations. If we're keeping it a buck, everyone but Burrow.
Yeah. It was really like, this dude has taken this organization and in 1 year changed the fortunes of a downtrodden franchise. Like, I mean, you can't, like, that's why this is the greatest rookie season ever. Because who else is doing that? Like, even Cam Newton had a tremendous rookie season. They won 6 games.
Yeah, that's what I say.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they won 6 games. Like, this is next level. Like, CJ Stroud played well last year, and that's the only thing you can equate it to. But look at the division he played in. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. And for us to be talking about a road playoff victory, do you know how hard it is to win on the road in the postseason? Like, Josh Allen don't have a road playoff victory. You know what I'm saying? Lamar got 1. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes just played on the road for the first time in his playoff career last year. That was the first time the man ever played on the road.
Yeah. Justin Herbert just threw 4 picks.
Yep.
And Justin Herbert's a good quarterback.
It's not easy playing on the road. And our guy went and made the shit look like he went and hit the Staples button, bro.
Yeah. Business as
usual. Don't sleep on Levante David was everywhere. He was annoying me in that game, man. That Bucs defense is serious.
They were ready for JD to run him. They put a double spy. I've never seen that in my life, bro.
Yeah, double spy.
A double spy is wild.
You have to manually do that in Madden. They don't even have a play like that in it.
Bro, that's our quarterback, man. We got one of those ones. They put a double spy on a 3rd and 6. Ethan Dykes, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, my guy. Writes, my first and only live game was that one against the Bucs when we had good old Ryan Tarantula and they blocked our field goal to win it. Never forgot that doink on Sunday was the football gods smiling on me. Man, that doink was crazy. Crazy.
My soul left my body and then came back.
And
Divisional point, man.
to think that if Jaden had just taken just a half step back when he took that knee, we might have been going to overtime. Captain Obvious, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. He writes, Sean McVay and Bill Belichick know what golf is. Well, I mean, the man, he went to the Super Bowl and scored 3 whole points. So
Yeah, that was crazy.
McVay was done with him after that. He was like, yo, he got to get this man the hell out of here. I can't deal with this level of incompetency. Edmund Paul Catton, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Who writes, we will beat the Lions. We will win the Super Bowl. I love it. I love it. One at a time. One at a time. As crazy as we want to talk, one at a time. Let's try to get to the championship game first.
Yeah, we beat them. No, I definitely feel like the way people talk about us in the national media completely changes.
Oh, if we win this game this weekend, Commanders Kings next week is going to be on. We're going to be talking. We're going to be so crazy on here next week.
Right. And NFC East, NFC Championship game is going to do crazy numbers. Crazy.
The world within X is going to like fold as an app. It's going to be peak toxicity, bro. Oh my God.
No. That would be insanity, pure insanity.
Oh my God.
Captain Obvious, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, we hate Ben Johnson like Detroit hates Kelly Stafford.
And they hate Stafford wife up there, bro.
Hey, go ahead, man.
Hey, they be going crazy. I was watching some Lions live stream. They be going crazy about Matt Stafford wife.
They can't stand her.
I don't know, but there's some deep-rooted hate.
She's a weird leader. On the podcast, she's a weird woman.
Oh, you said she's a weird one?
Yeah, so there was a story where she was like, she said she was dating the backup
college ex or
just to make him jealous and stuff like that. And like
she be saying some crazy stuff on social media. Like she felt some type of way.
She's the adult Travis Hunter girlfriend.
Yeah, she's kind of like Pat Mahomes' wife too. Like nobody likes her either.
Right. She literally she was trolling the hell out of them because she didn't like how it ended in Detroit. So she felt like the way that situation ended and how they treated Matthew, like he won't the franchise quarterback, and like he wanted out. Like, don't get it twisted. And they did right by him, but they tried to make it like, you know what I'm saying, he won't the franchise for over a decade. She felt some type of way about that. And then she started saying a whole bunch of stuff about him, and they can't stand her at all. BJ289, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you, BJ289. Ethan Dykes, my guy. Thank you for doubling up. Double up. Right. I'm gonna call him Jellyfish Jaden because you can't break him. He calm, he cool, and when you least expect it, he stings you and it hurts. Laughing my ass off. Blessing, guys.
Yes, sir.
He's dangerous, bro. He's dangerous. G Style, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, salute to the Kings. Enjoy y'all making magic happen. Keep up the great work, big homies. Hashtag Lattimore will be fine. I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Willie Parham, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the support, Willie. Greatly appreciate you.
Enough said.
Yes, GT7, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. GT writes, Mikey back in Michigan. I smell a pick. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Rich O'Flair, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Rich writes, what up, Kings? I heard this will be the most expensive ticket of all time other than a Super Bowl. I heard that too. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I mean, I saw some of them prices and I was like, yo, they taxing. They taxing. I saw a $1,200 ticket in the nosebleeds, bro.
Yeah.
That boy Five fell out. Hey, that boy Five put asses in seats, don't he?
Don't he though? Don't he though? I mean, did y'all see the ratings for the game?
On 29 mil?
Yeah, 29. And I'm like, they won't dare to see bait. That's for damn sure. They won't dare to see bait.
The only person that like him more than our fan base.
He making crime going down. People staying in the house watching the game. You need a crime stopper too.
Hey,
So
look,
but
man.
Jaden Daniels about to start getting LeBron calls, man. Pat Mahomes type of calls. They can't.
Hell
You
yeah.
can't mess up the product. You can't mess with the product.
Phantom calls, man. You know that's Mahomes East,
sir.
baby. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Right. I'm here for it. I want them to be mad that we just got a call that we weren't supposed to get. I'm here for all of that. Optimal focus. Hell yeah. Facts. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, we're gonna need the best of Lattimore and the Big O. They will be the reason on defense. Wagner and Luvu are gonna be great. Watch my words. We're gonna stop the big plays. Hashtag stay focused. I'm not even as concerned about their pass game as I probably should be. I'm more concerned with them on the ground. Like, they don't have to throw the football if we can't stop the run. Like,
Facts.
that's the part that scares me, is I'm not sure that we can stop their rushing attack. That's the part that got me nervous. Red Boy, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Red Boy writes, we gonna rough the lines up so bad Mariota's gonna be in there in the start of the fourth quarter. That's my prediction. 42-20 and 3 Jared Goff turnovers.
Talk that talk. I like it. I like it a lot.
Boy, don't let the world let us have that.
Lord have mercy.
Y'all don't want to see us. Y'all don't want to see me with a 42-20 win over Detroit. Can I get ignorant?
You. Paul Kyoko, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up.
Yeah, Paul.
Who writes, talk reckless. We ain't got nothing to lose. Man, look, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, this season already has been a massive success, no matter what happens. But that ain't the type of talk I'm on. That ain't the type of time I'm on. I'm not done with this season yet.
We're not just happy to be here.
Nah, that was never the case. That was never the case. The Real Benjamin, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Diami didn't forget what St. Brown said. He's gonna prime D-Jax. He's going prime D-Jax mode Saturday. I think we can get a shot over the top. Meek Robertson? We can get a shot over the top.
What was that? The Browns game with the corner of the end zone, I believe, to Diami Brown.
Yep. Browns game.
Again.
Yep. We can get one of them. Going Commando. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Going Commando writes, what up, Canes? What up, Commando? Feels like a movie script, and I have to tell you, feels like the story isn't supposed to end on Saturday.
It don't.
Year is strange, magical, and JD5 refuses to let us lose. Can hear the 30 for 30 now, bro.
Ooh.
Man, what would be the title of that 30 for 30 if we won the Super Bowl? What would that joint be called?
I don't even know. Something monumental, something. I don't know.
I'm going to call it the Jaden Daniels effect.
Back to glory, the story of the Washington
the 2024 Washington Commanders.
Yeah. Back to glory.
Black to glory. That's a good one, man.
Hell yeah.
That's
greatest
crazy.
season of all time. Something last one standing. I mean, we can play on it so much, man. I don't even know.
Shadow Striker 789. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Somebody said the rookie with a dream. That sounds like some Disney shit right there for sure. DQ is the first Washington head coach to win a playoff game in his first year as head coach since 1943. Literally since World War II. Wow. It's a lot of firsts going on around here, man. Or first since. He was the first when he got the game ball. Was that against Atlanta? Was it Atlanta or was it Philadelphia when he got the game ball? When he was the first coach to win how many games in their first season in Washington? He was the first to do it. Was it 10?
I think it was the 10. It was the Eagles game.
Yeah.
No. It was the Falcons game. It was the Falcons game.
The Falcons game.
That got us to 10. No. It was the Eagles. I forgot we won 12 games this year.
The Eagles game was 10, and the Falcons was 11, and the Cowboys was 12. Yeah.
This how quick I forgot we won 12 games this year.
Yeah, we on 13 right now. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Metaphor writes, my biggest issue is the NFL schedule problem. We just played Sunday night and got a Saturday game versus the Lions, who've been off for 2 weeks. Should have been Sunday. Bring it. No, they do that on purpose. You missed the memo. The advantage is supposed to go to the 1 seed. That's why they do that. They're giving them every advantage. They earned it. Plus, the 2 seeds played on Sunday. You're not going to have them play on a short week. They've earned the right to play and have a full week of rest. So That's not a scheduling issue. They did that intentionally. The 2-1 seeds come off the bye and play on Saturday. They don't need to play on Sunday. And they're coming off of short rest, right? The Texans aren't coming off of a short week. They played on Saturday, now they playing on Saturday again, so they straight. But we played on a short week, but they don't care about us. They care about the 1 seed, and the 2 seeds.
Lou, we're learning. Rico.
Yeah. No, let me explain it to everybody. Let me break it down.
We haven't been in this spot because Rico was just on Big Doug's podcast earlier.
Yeah.
Alternate uniforms, and I learned something too. We can't wear all blacks, and I was like, I didn't know that. We haven't been in the playoffs. We can't wear alternate uniforms in the playoffs. We're learning about seedings and all this stuff.
Yeah. What are these playoffs hidden rules? What are these?
Y'all will learn as we go along, man. Don't worry, it's coming. The knowledge is coming. We're gonna be here for a while. Like grab a Snickers, man. We're gonna be here for a while.
Yes, sir.
Joseph Banham, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Joseph writes, JD5 Commander Clutch, a.k.a. the Heart Attack Kid. Let's go, Commanders. Hey, look, man, he can give me a heart attack anytime. As long as we keep winning, I'm with it. I'm with it. Edmund Paul Catton, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, to beat the Lions, we have to do 2 things. 1, air raid, 3 wide receivers and 2 tight ends. 2, put Goff on his ass. Do we even have 2 tight ends to put in the game to run routes? I mean, are you suggesting we throw the ball to John Bates?
Say Jaden didn't even want to look at him.
No,
I suggest you put Ben Sinnott in a football game in real life.
Negative.
This so dire. I saw Colson Yankoff on the 21-day window. I'm just like, I want to see what he can do a little bit. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. They might pull him off this week. His window was open last week, so it'd be interesting to see if they pull him up now that we got a roster spot now, because I think Jordan McGee's season is over. He just re-aggravated the hamstring, so we'll see what they decide to do. They ain't put him on IR or anything like that yet. Demetrius Saunders, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Demetrius writes, unpopular opinion, Jaden Daniels was in the best situation coming out of the draft because he had the right coaches for his style. HTTR. You're not necessarily wrong about that. Like, his situation from a coaching standpoint was better, but from a talent perspective, nah, not at all.
Yeah, but, I see what he's saying, but I feel like if Jaden would have went to the Bears, he still would have balled out.
Absolutely.
He's nice, bro, and he doesn't hold the ball for 90 seconds every snap.
Yeah. I totally get what he's saying, but to your point, Rico, it didn't matter where you put him. He was going to shine. You know what I mean? He was going to shine.
I think personnel-wise, the Bears had the better, obviously, receivers. And
boy, Jada to be feeding Keenan in a doomsday.
Man, what? DJ Moore would have had 1,300 this year, bro.
Cole Kmet being a Pro Bowl.
Because Caleb Numbers good. Caleb Numbers actually straight. Like,
but if you watch the games, you was like,
I test not the same though.
Did you guys see today? They put up the Pepsi Rookie of the Year voting, right? And Jalen Johnson quoted it because it had Brian Thomas, Jaden, Bo Nix, and like 2 other players. And Jalen Johnson. Yeah, he was like, why isn't Caleb on this list? And I was like, Caleb doesn't really be on that list right now.
No.
He trying to get the Bears fans riled up. He won't win and shit, no way.
He's currently, whatever he's doing right now, he's being sacked while he's doing it.
Painting his nails.
not getting sacked at the nail salon.
I can't with y'all, man. I cannot. Abel Ambrosio, my guy, double A. That's wild.
Shit. But he's from DC, so I give him a small pass.
Anything is possible. Let's beat Detroit, fellas. Anything is possible. Hit the KG, right? Anything is possible. Yeah, we in here, man. Swaggy P, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Who writes? To think DC has 2 historic sports moments with balls doinking off yellow poles. Pause. I was about to say, hey, wait, where we going with this? Zane hitting the game-winning field goal on wild card, and Michael Kendricks for the Nationals in Game 7 of the World Series. I'm not a Natty fan, so
shout out to my Nats, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, and that didn't move me, but yeah, for sure, the doink for sure, right? Yeah. I kid, Swaggy P. Really appreciate you. Jake Fleming, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Jake, right? It's working outside right now. It's cold as F. Oh, I know, bro. That used to be in my past life, cold as shit. And hold up, wait. Hey, bro, we used to be outside freezing, scraping off metal grates. If we advance, we have a maximum of one more cold game. I'm looking like Gonzo fixing my hair under my shiesty. Hey, check this out. So Jaden got a game in Tampa. He got a game indoors. And he could have a game in LA, right? Like he could not have to play outside. And then the Super Bowl is in New Orleans. Like he could not have to play outside again the rest of the season. That's wild.
That's beautiful.
Tony, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Tony. Might be even 3. I can't recall, but I really appreciate you either way. We are going to have the Lions fans looking like the Cowboys fans. Stephen A. make a compilation about that. I want us to have them looking like that Bears fan when the Hail Mary happened and he was looking into the camera like.
Yeah, he was sick. He was
sick,
disgusted, bro.
Like the disrespect that they showing us right now. We already had to bless one team in your division in their season. Do we have to make it another?
Nah, and it's crazy too. We're having people rooting for their own divisional rivals over us. Like, why do you hate us that much? How are you rooting for the Lions and you're a Bears fan? Like, I don't care what's going on. I ain't rooting for the Cowboys, Eagles, or Giants in any situation, dog.
Bro, that's how bad they want Caleb Williams to be better than Jaden Daniels. They don't want him to get nothing before Caleb get it, right?
Bring shame back. Bring shame back for people like Bears fans, man.
I love it. Just absolutely despicable.
What would they say? Preposterous.
Preposterous. Optimal Focus. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Optimal Focus writes, we haven't stopped the rush all year, 12-5 for a reason. We found ways to win. Have faith in this team. You're right. You're not wrong, right? But that's going to look. But we ain't faced Jahmyr Gibbs all year neither. Like Saquon tried to do us twice. This is like the next best running back we face. Saquon faced him twice, and he devoured us twice. This is the next best running back we've seen all year. And Saquon killed us twice. So I would love to tell you, yeah, nah, you right. But look, I got faith. It's not like I'm telling you we're going to lose because of it. I'm just terrified of their run game. Like, we could do a great job bottling up Jahmyr Gibbs for 3 quarters, and then he could just absolutely go off in the fourth quarter, like that quick.
Montgomery, too.
Yeah, but he ain't running for a touchdown, though. Like, Jahmyr gone. He out. You know what I mean? That's the thing that scared me.
Yeah, Montgomery gets in the end zone too. He just does the short yardage work, but yeah, he be getting in there too. But what I was thinking about our rush defense, like we'll do good for a half because like Bijan, he went off in the first half, but we actually did a good job in the second half. Same thing with Saquon. When Kenny Pickett came in, we did a good job in the second half. We just haven't had a complete game of slowing down the run game. We've done it for a half, but can we do it for a whole game? Like if we can do it for a half against the Lions, like not, if we can just slow them down for a half, then we got a puncher's chance.
Yeah, I'm putting Gibbs over Henry, bro. And I know that's crazy work, but like I wasn't afraid of Derek getting busy on us like on a 70-yarder. We know he's capable. I've always said I still haven't seen a man catch Derrick Henry from behind yet. Nope. But I wasn't afraid of Derek getting busy on us. Like I am terrified of Jahmyr Gibbs going off on us. I am. Lauren Jones, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you.
What up, Lolo? What up, Lo?
Lauren, right? Just showing some love. Really appreciate you, Lauren, man. Thank you for the super chat and the love. DC Community Carrot. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, why we stopped doing the Eckler Brian Robinson set? Well, they did that on Sunday a few times, where we had multiple backs in the backfield. Shit just ain't hitting like it used to, man. That's all. I mean, I still think that when they did it, though, here's the thing: they used it as a decoys to throw screens and short passes out of the backfield, and that worked effectively. You know, the thing that strikes me as funny with Brian Robinson is he's so used to getting hit now. Like, he caught a pass out in the flats, turned around, and he braced for contact before he started running. And I'm like, bro, it's 8 yards of space in front. Like, I don't know if he knew what was behind him, but, you know, just catch it and turn and start running. He turned around and braced for contact and then took off and started running. So he definitely is, you know, dealing with a little bit of PTSD now, because there's a lot of carries where he get the ball and it's a dude or two in the backfield waiting on his ass before he could even get going. Swaggy P, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. My guy Swaggy P writes, Lou, did you confirm another watch party for Saturday? It's crazy that you asked, because I just got word from my guy that we got the venue again. So yeah,
Shit,
we are
Yes,
we are
sir.
all the way up for another watch party on Saturday night, and so we'll start promoting that tomorrow. But yeah, I just got word. So yeah, man, we in the building, so should be a lot of fun, man. Looking forward to seeing how many of y'all, now that it's not on a Sunday, how many of y'all can come out on Saturday night. GT7, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. GT7 writes, Kings, we faced top running backs all year. Barkley, Bijan, Irvin, Pollard, King Henry, low-key confidence. Let's effing go. I'm going to tell you like this. Barkley is the one, right? Bijan scared me.
Snuck Pollard on there.
Yeah, look, Pollard was about to do work. Like, he had some good carries until we forced that fumble.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we put him to sleep because it was 21-0 in the first quarter. Like, he had to go to sleep after that. But I again, they've stopped the run, like Ed said. I think Ed summed it up perfectly. They've stopped the run in spurts, but they've never done it for a full game. And when you're dealing with a guy like Jahmyr Gibbs, you could be killing it for 3 quarters, and all it takes is 1 quarter, 1 carry. Remember the Bears game against Swift?
Yeah, Swift,
He won't doing nothing.
And then he popped that big one up the left side.
67 yards up the sideline and changed everything. Like, that's why I'm afraid right there. That type of shit. Glizzy McGuire, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. 2 14-win teams about to go winless in the offs.
Talk to him.
I like it. I like it. I like it. This has happened before, where a team was dominant all season. Dallas, remember the Giants went in there and beat them? They were 13-3 that year with Tony Romo. Went in there and beat them. Went and won the Super Bowl. Why not us?
That's my quarterback crying after the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's my quarterback.
That's my quarterback.
Was that the fumble snap for the field goal, Romo?
No, that was the Seahawks. That was in wild
Seahawks.
card weekend
Okay.
against the Seahawks. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
No problem. He said, Rocky D, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, Caleb was pranked by some kids. Kids text Caleb claiming to be Ben Johnson.
Oh my God.
Ben Johnson text he's taking the head coaching job. Caleb believed it and got must see. Are y'all serious?
Yeah, Caleb triple texted him too.
Yeah.
Hit him with back-to-back text.
And I was thinking like maybe Caleb could try to play it off, but then he just went on was it Amon-Ra St. Brown's podcast and confirmed like, yeah, I was mad about that. So like that really happened for real.
They FaceTimed him afterwards and everything.
Wow. How did they get his number?
That's what I'm saying.
That's
too.
my first thought.
Wow, that's wild stuff. So he probably got to change his number now. That's
Yeah, 100%.
crazy.
Dudes be having those
Wow.
multiple numbers, bro. How somebody get your main line, man?
Yo, that's crazy,
You got
man.
some bad seeds in your circle.
I'm about to say he got some Drake going on right now, man. He got somebody in there that
snakes in the grass.
yeah,
Man.
for sure, man. He need to cut that. Oh, dog. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Oh, dog writes, anybody, anywhere, anytime. It's our time. HTTR. Shock the world. Anybody, anywhere, anytime. It's our time.
Yes, sir.
HTTR. Shock the world.
Yes, sir.
That's the mantra, and they live by that. And we hoping they gonna die by it right there alongside of that dog doodoo. They gonna lie by that. Let's get it, man. Don Return, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. You see the Eagles fans call somebody wife who was a Packers fan a dumb C word. Eagles fans got no chill. I mean,
he got banned, right?
He got banned for life, and his job has him under investigation. I know the dude. I know the Packers guy whose girl it was. He's a content creator that's also under Roundtable Sports, man.
Right. Back
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not shocked though. I mean, it's the Eagles. Like,
they have no
become. This is not how our fans. No, this is how you represent yourself. This is exactly how y'all.
This is how y'all do it. Yeah.
Jail
I remember. They threw something at Clinton Porter's people, batteries, right?
Clinton Porter's mom stole on somebody up at the link.
Yeah.
Mike Scott, the NBA player.
Yeah, this wild, bro.
They jump Santa, they cheer on injuries. It's just a bunch of degenerates up there.
Yeah, and no lie. Jamal Hamlin, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. What's good, Kings? I almost called that boy Ray Finkel Gonzalez. Lou, I watched some of your live and wanted to take a cold one, but I had to work. Hashtag HTTC, bro. We was so turned. Somebody poured up some champagne, right? He had asked me before the joint, do they got champagne there? I'm like, I don't know. I'll find out for you. This man got a bottle, poured me up some champagne. We was in there talking about some birthdays were the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Hey, we was in there turnt, man. It was crazy. Hey, Jabal, hopefully you'll be able to come out this time, man. I don't know where you live, where you stay, but it's on Saturday, man. So you might have a shot, but really appreciate that. So that was the last super chat. So now you know what time it is. Time for the predictions. What we gonna do in this game? What y'all got? We gonna start with Rico, and then we gonna go all the way around Rio, Ed. What y'all got going on? Rico, give me your prediction for the game on Sunday.
What we doing? We are anybody predicting some wins in here, man? Predictions. We predicting. I'm gonna go ahead, man. I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I got you, bro.
I'm gonna go 38-35, man. Commanders way, man. Injuries. The Texans got Jared Goff to throw some interceptions. Let's run that film over and over again, figure out what they did, and let's get that going, man.
Oh shit. He's in Europe.
I'm going right here, man. I'm going right here too. I'm with you, Rico. 34-33 Washington Commanders. We're about to watch Jaden Daniels masterclass. 4 touchdowns in Detroit. He's going to outdo Golf and Company. I don't care who wins on the other side. See me at championship weekend, man. I'm going to be where my feet are.
Ed.
I'm going to say 27-24 Commanders win. We are undefeated against the Lions overall in the playoffs. Doesn't matter, but history is history. I hate to say that. Yeah, I mean, clearly this game could go either way. I can see if we don't stop the run, then they could run up the score. I'm not going to say it would be like a Vikings 31-9, but I could see them, handily winning the game 31-20 and controlling the clock with David Montgomery and Jameer if we don't take care of business. So I'm going to put that out there too, just being realistic.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have us winning 27-24. But like I said, they're a legitimate team, so I give them respect. But I got us winning 27-24.
Ed, you got it, bro. Like, there's no way we win in a shootout with them. None. This game has to be played in the 20s because we got to shorten the game. Can't be a whole bunch of possessions both ways. Can't be a whole bunch of points being scored. we got to have that 7-8 minute drive. And it got to end with a touchdown, not a field goal, not a 4th down field conversion. Like the Vikings, they shut them down, but they was in the red zone 5 times, right? They had opportunities in that
And
game.
Darnold was missing Jefferson all night.
Right. So the opportunities are going to be there if we can convert on 3rd downs and even 4th downs if the time comes. But this game ain't going to be played in the 30s. If it does, the 1st to 30 wins if it comes to that. But I can't see both teams living in the 30s. That'll be wild. But what I do see is 27-23. We're down 23-20, and Jaden gets the football with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left, and he does the damn thing.
That's what he do.
And he does what he does, and we go win that game, and we go crazy. We go bananas. We lose our shit. So Jamal gonna take us home. I asked where he was. I said, "Come on out, man." He says, "I'm in Europe." Never mind. That ends that, right? That ends all of that conversation. Sean Moore, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Sean Moore. Thank you for being a member of the double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes? That was the second one. Me and my girl already had one. Did I miss something?
We read a lot of super chats, bro. We read a lot of super chats.
We'll just take the donation, Sean. We appreciate you, man. Yeah. And your girl have another one, whatever it was.
was it about the champagne? I don't even know.
Was it the champagne one, maybe?
Champagne. Joe Rockhead, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, seems like we've been through a gauntlet of stout against the run defenses. Maybe that's the bigger issue. We have played a lot of teams that stop the run, but Dallas didn't stop the run. And I mean, they've been stopping it of late, but they didn't stop the run well, and we couldn't run it on them either. The Saints aren't the best rush defense in football, and they was making us look like, obviously there was no Tyler Biadasz in that game, but they made us look like we had never seen a run blocking scheme before. They were blowing us up and beating us up. So, yeah, we've played some good run stopping teams for sure, but I think it's a bigger issue that lies beneath all of that. Juan Gotti talking sports. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you.
What up, Juan?
Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Juan. Who writes, I say we win off a Jake Bakes missed kick. Shocker. I know.
I don't know if my heart can handle that shit.
Oh, man, that would be wild. That would be wild if that's what it came down to, a missed kick. But I thought about that before, too.
That would be full circle, too, because that's the kicker we wanted in the offseason.
It is.
Coveted UFL guy. Yep.
That's wild. Anyway, that's going to do it for us, the Commander Kings. Y'all know what it is. Ed is a free man.
Hey.
Ed is back amongst the living, man. Back outside where he belongs, man. And he's back and he's never going back in, man. We love to have you back. And y'all go ahead and support my man Ed.
Streets missed you, Ed.
Yes, sir. I'm home.
For sure, man.
First day out.
Welcome home. And y'all know what it is, man. We're going to keep pumping out the content, keep blessing y'all. And we are so excited for this game. And we can't wait to come back next week and be talking about NFC Championship game.
Absolutely.
That's what we're going to be talking about next week.
Chat showed his ass tonight, too. Oh, that's Fats. He said that's Fats. Yeah, that's Fats.
Okay, got you. I didn't know. He said, yeah, this Fats. Okay, now it makes sense. I was like, what the hell are we talking about right now? My guy Fats was the one that poured up the champagne for me.
Yeah. He said he had another one with his girl too.
Yeah. He went and got the bottle, poured me up. I was like, yeah, we out here. Me and him was turning up the whole night, man. We was turning up, especially at the end. My guy Fats was holding me down, man. A good look, Sean. Love it. Anyway, we out the building. Y'all know what it is. If you're coming for these Kings, you best not miss. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Y'all take care. God bless. And good night.
Raise hell, baby.
Raise hell, baby. You know what it is. Anybody, anywhere,
anytime. Yes, sir. 5 coming. Be careful what you wish for.
You just might get it.
Yes, sir.